From Limeport Stadium in Limeport, Pennsylvania, RCN Television presents the Blue Mountain League All-Star Baseball game as it features as its opponents the Perkiomen Valley Twilight League. Always an interesting matchup, and it's been an interesting week of charitable functions that RCN has been involved in. The Jeff Daly Memorial Golf Tournament last Friday, and then on Monday, the Burn Prevention Foundation, McDonald's All-Star Football game on Thursday. That, of course, to build rooms at St. Luke's Hospital for parents. And Dick Tracy, certainly another night of a great charity as these two teams will support autism as they will try to deal with autism research, and obviously a good cause and some good baseball.
Yeah, and we're pretty well associated with Jax. It's with Jennifer from last year, and of course Jeff doing the basketball coaching job at Northampton. Know the family pretty well, and certainly aware of that situation.
Yeah, certainly this is in honor of Jennifer Jax. It's her brother. Jennifer, of course, passed away in a tragic car accident. Her brother is battling autism. That's Bradley. And this night kind of centers around their family and, of course, the support of autism and trying to deal with that illness. And, Dick, as we look at the baseball game, however, it's always a game of pride as the Blue Mountain League goes up against the Perkiomen Valley League. And over 60 years of adult baseball for the Blue Mountain League. So a lot of tradition, a lot of pride. And I think anytime these guys, these all-stars, put on a uniform, they want to win a baseball game.
Juices flow, Gary. I noticed that the other night. The Quinn kid, Ryan. You know, second inning, he realized he came home from a job. You know, had a rush here, changing the corner, and all of a sudden the juices started to pump. Second inning, third inning. Next thing you know, 15 Ks out of 21 batters. And they just get excited about this situation.
Yeah, the juices are going to flow on the other side, too. This is Chris Michael. And, Chris, this is a league that's been around since 1915. And the last couple of years, they have reunited these two leagues to go in an all-star battle. And it's been two very good baseball games.
Yeah, two very good games. Unfortunately for Perkiomen, they have lost to the two meetings so far. But they have a very interesting lineup today, especially their pitching lineup. They have three really hard throwers. All five guys rely on rotation. And it has been a pitcher's league for the Perkiomen Valley League this year. A lot of low-scoring ball games, and they're trying to keep it low-scoring today.
To their defense, they have to travel a ways, and this particular Friday night doesn't seem to be the best night for those guys as they've had to reduce their roster a bit.
Yeah, and even still, you look at their roster, their starting line. They got 7 or 8 guys that are not only hitting well, but they're hitting well of late. So they're coming on momentum. They're looking to get some offense going, but they're going to be relying on their pitching. Excellent starting pitcher tonight. Kelly is a guy that has really pinpoint control. He'll be starting things off for them on the mound.
And that boom must mean we're going to have some pregame festivities. We will have those for you. And then we've got good baseball coming your way tonight. The Blue Mountain League All-Star Game supporting autism. So stay with us. Welcome back. We're just about ready for the pregame festivities to begin. 17 teams represented here tonight. 9 teams with the Blue Mountain League and 8 teams with the Perkiomen Valley League. 1 team, for some reason, the Ambler Rebels, do not have a representative on tonight's all-star team for Perkiomen Valley. Martins Creek is in first place right now, as we will have certainly a Blue Mountain League report later on in the ball game, but they're at 15-2, and they are represented by the most players. They have 8 players on the roster, and starters right behind them with 6 players tonight. Over on the other side, it's the Plymouth Pirates who are in first place. They are 12-3. They do have a tie. And the Lansdale Tigers right behind them with a 13-5 record. As Perkiomen Valley, the Twilight League, as we mentioned, around since 1915. So they have a lot of history. They've got a great website. Blue Mountain League has a great website. Everybody updates all their stats now as you get a look at obviously one of the pitchers ready to go. Who's going to go tonight? Well, for Perkiomen Valley, it'll be Matt Kelly. He's out of the Lansdale team. And for the Blue Mountain League, it'll be Ryan Driscoll. He pitches for the Creekers. Nice crowd on hand as people continue to file in as we are ready to go with the pregame festivities. John Corelli, who normally sings the national anthem, not here tonight. He's under the weather, so we always look forward to his rendition of the national anthem. He's just an outstanding opera singer, but called in under the weather tonight. Speaking of weather, it looks like we're not going to have any problems with thunderstorms. That was a concern all week long. but that does not look like it's going to be a problem here tonight. I'm Gary Laubach, Dick Tracy alongside of me. Chris Michael will be joining us in innings 4, 5, and 6, and on inning 7, I'll be back to join Chris. So, Dick, it's a perfect night for baseball.
Certainly is, Gary, just as we did on Tuesday. All those flies washed out. We got a little overhead, but looks like we'll get it in.
Tim Fisher is on the PA system, so we will turn the pregame festivities over to Tim Fisher. Here he is.
The Blue Mountain League will be the visitors on your scoreboard. The lineups from the Blue Mountain League. From the Bethlehem Cardinals, Jason Sigley. From the Easton Falcons, Jim Fisher. Ryan Miller. From the Hellertown Royals, Ryan Amy. Ian Burley. Rocky Gencarelli. Chris Grinovisky. From the Lehigh Valley Clippers, Andrew Fair and Jason Moyer. From the Lineport Dodgers, Doug Malich. From the Martins Creek Creekers, Joe Buba. Jesse Borden. Nick Bowen. Ryan Driscoll. Brandon Leslie. Eric Schmidt. And Omar Torres.
Boy, there's a lot of Martin Creek players out there for some reason.
From the Northampton Giants, Eric Kresge. From the Starters Orioles, Justin Jackowitz. Adam Sant. Rick Seltzer. Tom Stout. Brian Cope and David Stout. From the Vinecrest Reds, Sam Landis, Brandon Mazzi, and C.J. Severi. Bullpen catchers, got it. Dre Weiler, Jeff Labarge, Jake Wandler. Also from Martins Creek, Robbie Williams. Managers from the Blue Mountain League, Jim Schaefer from Lineport.
Tonight, Pumpkin.
From Hellertown, Bob Zerfas.
I don't see him.
From Martins Creek, Eric Schmidt. From Northampton, Jeff Urshan. From the Easton Falcons, Keith Tone. And from the Lehigh Valley Clippers, Andy Yencho. The Blue Mountain League All-Stars. From the Perkiomen Valley League, from the Collegeville Black Sox, Ian Hawes. Stan Harechka. Scott Young. Jason Connor. From the Plymouth Pirates, Matt Altieri and John DiAgostino. From the Norgwin Packers, Matt Blazinski and Adam Soley. From the Norristown Agents, Tony DeLude, Vinny Keyser, Jordan Nice, and Ryan Wint. From the Lansdale Tigers, Andrew Miller, Josh Fink, Phil Calvacanti, Zach Hess, Mike Acosta, John DiGirolamo, and Matt Kelly. From the Harleysville Storm Hornets, James Quigley and Bill McCann. From the Trooper Trashmen, Ryan Griffin and the manager, Christian Mantello. The umpires for tonight's game, Barry Leonard. Third base, Bill Berkheimer. Second base, Dave Hemmerly. First base, and calling the balls and strikes, Bob Varju. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please stand as we honor America with the playing of the national anthem.
Now we'll have some more pregame festivities, and again, we will turn it back over to Tim Fisher. As tonight is the theme is a night to remember, and as we mentioned, it's all about autism research. The game and all of its proceeds are dedicated to the memory of the late Jennifer Jackson. So we'll have a special first pitch, as they're hoping to get Bradley Jackson to throw that first pitch. So we will see whether or not that indeed does happen. I'm sure it will, as the Jackson's family is working their way to the mound. Jennifer, of course, at the age of 18, a former great Northampton student athlete, lost her life in an automobile accident earlier this year. And her brother Bradley is battling autism. And as we mentioned, tonight is all about the fight against autism. As you get a look at
welcome everyone.
Back to the PA.
Thank you for coming out tonight. Tonight our game will benefit a very worthy charity, that being autism, specifically Autism Speaks. It is with great pleasure to introduce Karen Barbarics. She's a local chapter representative for Autism Speaks.
Thank you. On behalf of everyone at Autism Speaks, I would like to thank all of you for coming out today, and especially to the Blue Mountain and Perkiomen Valley Twilight Leagues for their support of the Jackson's family through the Jennifer Jackson's Memorial Fund, and continuing our mission to raise much needed funds for research, advocacy, and awareness about autism in our community. I hope you enjoy the evening, and thank you so much.
Thank you, Karen. I'd also like to introduce Ben Enters. Ben is the president of the Perkiomen Twilight League. Ben, I got to thank you for the past 2 years for what your league has done as far as the benefit and the charity end, and another outstanding job by the Perkiomen League once again. And good luck in tonight's game. I have here, standing to my left, Jeff Jackson. To his left is Bradley Jackson and Leanne Jackson. Tonight's game is not just a game between some of the best amateur ball players. It's remembering a very special young lady who tragically lost her life this past January. Jennifer Jackson. I'd like to now pass the mic over to Mrs. Jackson.
Good evening. We would like to thank Eric, as well as the Blue Mountain and Perkiomen Valley Twilight League players, managers, All-Star Committee, personnel, and fans who have made this night a very special one for us. We are honored to be here. Jennifer always loved a special occasion that brought family and friends together to have a great time. She's looking down at us tonight with those beautiful blue eyes, smiling, of course, with great pride and satisfaction that her little brother was included in an event as special as this All-Star game. In life, she was the epitome of a big sister, loving Brad unconditionally despite his special needs, never complaining about the hours and hours she had to spend at therapy with him, and protecting him from the unfortunate cruelties of the world in which we live. At a very early age, she understood the importance of funding research that might someday lead to a better life for families like ours who battle autism. As a little girl, she made bird feeders and sold them at our church bazaar, donating every penny of her proceeds to autism research. In death, her caring, compassionate spirit lives on in the overwhelming kindness of family and friends who have given so generously in her memory to support the efforts of Autism Speaks. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts, and we especially thank Karen Barbarics, chairman of the Lehigh Valley Walk Committee, and other committee members who are here helping us tonight. Peace, love.
Thank you. At this time, I'd like to introduce a gentleman that he's our co-chairman of this event in the fundraising, and a very close friend of the Jackson's family, and that's Dave Troxel, who, along with Eric Snyder, worked behind the doors and helped set this event up. Dave?
Thank you. It's a great pleasure to be here. I thank Eric and the Blue Mountain League for allowing this night to happen. I wish both teams good luck. I know Jennifer's going to be looking down on Brad here tonight, and she's going to tell him that I know he's going to throw a strike. So best of luck to both teams, and thank you.
Thank you, Dave. Well, Bradley, now's your big chance here. Jake, you want to set yourself up near the plate? Bradley's going to be throwing out the first pitch, and we'll get on with the game. Bob. All right, perfect. Thank you, Bradley. All right, let's play ball.
Not a bad pitch by Bradley Jackson as he threw it to one of Jennifer's best friends, as that's Jake Wandler, who is a bullpen catcher tonight for the Blue Mountain League. Jake was a very good friend of Jennifer Jackson's, and he wanted to be the guy who received that first pitch. Our thanks, too, to both Ben Enners of the Perkiomen Valley Twilight League and Eric Charles, the president of the Blue Mountain League, for all their assistance in getting us ready for tonight's ball game. Right now, the managers are meeting with the respective umpires, so it'll be a good time to give you the men in blue. Let's take a look at the umpires who will be working tonight's all-star game. There you see the 4 of them, and there are the names. Bobby Varju will be behind home plate. Dave Hemmerly will be out at first base. Bill Berkheimer will be at second base, and Barry Leonard will be at third base. The manager for the Blue Mountain League this year is Eric Schmidt. He is the manager for the Martin Creek Creekers, and he's got them in first place, and they are the 2-time defending champions of the Blue Mountain League and trying to three-peat. Right now, they're playing really good baseball in the Blue Mountain League. Christian Militello is the manager for the Perkiomen Valley League. Christian coaches the Lansdale Tigers, and he's assisted by Bob Letter of Collegeville. Let's give you the starting lineup now for the Blue Mountain League All-Stars. They will lead it off with Adam Sant. He plays for starters. He wears number 19. He's the shortstop. Batting second will be Ian Burley out of Hellertown. He wears number 5. He'll play center field. Tom Stout will bat third. He is a player for the Starters Pub, number 25. He'll play first base. Brandon Mazzi of Vinecrest is wearing number 23. He'll bat cleanup and play right field. Andrew Fair of the Lehigh Valley Clippers will play left field, bat fifth, and wear number 30. Jesse Borden of Martins Creek is the designated hitter. He wears number 10. Eric Schmidt doing double duty behind home plate and as the manager. He's from Martins Creek, the catcher. He wears number 19. Batting eighth is Brandon Leslie of Martins Creek. He's the third baseman, and he wears number 11. And batting ninth is Joe Buba of Martins Creek. He is the second baseman and wears number 4. All of these guys voted to their positions by the teams of the Blue Mountain League. So they justifiably are the best 9 according to their peers. Let's take a look at the defense that Perkiomen Valley will send out. At first base will be number 23, Scott Young. At second base is Jason Connor. He wears number 32. Ryan Griffin is at shortstop, and James Quigley is at third base. John DiGirolamo is out in left field. Matt Altieri is in center, and Mike Acosta is in right field. Behind home plate is Matt Blazinski, and out on the mound is Matt Kelly of Lansdale. He wears number 37. He's gone 36 1/3 innings. He's given up 3 runs, all of which have been earned. 21 base hits, 15 walks. He has struck out 51. And he is a perfect 5-0 on the season and comes in with an outstanding 0.58 ERA. So Matt Kelly out on the mound for Perkiomen Valley, and it looks like we might have a late change. Ian Hawes is going to play second base. Hawes, who will replace Jason Connor in the lineup. So Ian Hawes is a late replacement for Jason Connor now, and that'll start out defensively. He'll wear number 3, and he will play second base. So we're just about ready to get the ball game started. As we mentioned, it's a bit hot, it's a bit humid, but Dick, we'll take this weather anytime over those chance of thunderstorms and lightning that stop ball games and just prolong the evening.
As the Perkiomen takes the field, Gary, I'm really looking forward to what Chris talked about pregame about the pitching down there, especially when you get a guy like Kelly starting out with those numbers. They are out of this world.
They are outstanding numbers, to be sure, as probably the top pitcher this year so far in the Perkiomen Valley League. As we mentioned, he pitches for Lansdale. Lansdale right now in second place with a 13-5 record, and they are just a half a game behind the Plymouth Pirates in the standings. His battery mate, of course, Matt Blazinski. And the first guy he'll face is Starters Pub, Punkin Miller's squad. It will be Adam Sant. Adam wearing number 19. Adam comes in batting .500. He is 17 for 34 on the season. He's got 2 doubles, 2 doubles, a triple, and 2 home runs with his 17 hits. Adam with 10 runs scored and 14 RBIs. So Adam Sant will get his first look at Matt Kelly. Matt throws all the basics. He's got a fastball, curveball, a changeup, throws a slider, and his curveball will sink a bit. He does have 51 strikeouts in 36 innings, so those are outstanding numbers. He has walked 15.
Boy, over 1 strikeout per inning. Really good number. He's not that big either, Gary.
No, he looks to be about 6 feet. I'd say maybe about 185. Here at the Lineport, the stadium in memory of Lefty Fagley, Howard Lefty Fagley, 325 down the left field line. Out in left center, it's 354. Straightaway center doesn't matter. Nobody will hit the ball out of there. 374 in right center field and 322 down the right field line.
Well, we got the matchup to begin with, a .500 hitter versus Matt Kelly's great stats.
So as soon as Matt is ready, we of course will be ready. These two leagues had not met one another since 1988 until they got together the last 2 years to play this all-star game. And the Blue Mountain League has won both years. In '06, they won by a 5-3 score. And last year, the Blue Mountain League won by a 5-4 score. And we have been happy to have brought you both of those games. All right, play ball, as they say. Adam Sant will step in, as he will be the first one to get a look at Matt Kelly. It'll be Adam Sant, Ian Burley, and Tom Stout as the first 3 hitters.
He'll be tested immediately.
Okay, here we go, gentlemen.
We do, I think, have Bobby Barju mic, but with Bobby, you don't usually need a mic. He is, he's got one of the best voices in baseball in terms of calling balls and strikes. He's a real good umpire. And there is strike 1. See what I mean? Dave Hemmerly, we were here on Tuesday night for the Lineport Northampton game, and Dave Hemmerly, who was out at first base now, behind home plate. Boy, did he do a nice job that night.
Certainly did. He was telling me what a pleasure to get behind the plate with Ryan Quinn out there.
So Sant falls behind 0-2 as he goes after a pitch out of the strike zone. You will hear from time to time a firework or so. There's a carnival right down the road. And we're hoping to have a few fireworks here tonight. Fastball is hit to deep shortstop. Ryan Griffin with a long throw, and that's going to be a base hit and an error. So we'll give the single. I think he would have beaten it out, but also an error on the play. That allows Sant to go to second base, so the Blue Mountain League already with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, this is very deep. No way he's going to get him, Gary, but then he uncorks the bounce. They can't be corralled, and so on an 0-2 pitch, Saint's going to end up on second base. Good start.
So here's Ian Burley. He wears number 5. He plays center field. Ian comes in batting .364 with 20 base hits, 3 doubles, 2 home runs, 11 RBIs, and 11 runs scored. Ian Burley, who played his college ball at Lafayette. Strike 1, good fastball. So Dick, that 0-2 pitch to Sant was just a little too good. And he managed to hit it in the right spot. Dick, the MO the last 2 years has been the Blue Mountain League jumps out on top early and then hangs on for the victory. They've scored 5 runs in both games. That one is punched, and that's troublesome, and it is going to be a fair ball. As that ball, nobody called it foul, and
I'll call it foul.
Yeah, I thought maybe it was a foul ball also. Take another look at it here.
Okay.
That looks foul. And nobody made the call. It's going to be an RBI base hit for Ian Burley.
How do you officially protest, Gary?
It almost looked like Dave was looking for Bobby Varju to make that call, and I believe that's Dave's call.
Up to the bag. It's home plate umpire. After that becomes the other one.
So here's Tom Stout. Tom steps in batting .405 with 15 hits, 5 doubles, a couple of home runs, 13 runs scored, and 11 RBIs. So we already have a rather strange first run scored on back-to-back hits and an error. There's a strike.
Tommy Stout once again in that 400 stratosphere.
This guy can play baseball.
Oh.
He is one of the best. He's been one of the best, remains one of the best. That's strike 2. So the count now is 1-2. Kelly, who's not used to giving up any runs, 0.58 ERA. And I think he doesn't want to see that replay. It's a run that he probably at this moment anyway should not have given up.
It's already gone beyond his ERA.
Yeah. Count 2-2 as Burley is moved back towards first base. Burley has pretty good speed, and he has a good lead. Now he will dive back and just does get back. Nice move by Kelly.
Well, at the 0-2 pitch, made it too nice, Gary. Questionable in the second batter, already in trouble.
Yeah, those are the hits that a pitcher hates. I mean, even if that's a fair ball, it's
yeah,
you have the batter
field.
fooled. He's so late swinging, and yet he manages to find a hole out there, and it just drives you a little nuts as a pitcher. You make a good pitch, and the runner is going. It looks like a bit of a delayed steal. Burley did not get a good jump. Stout swinging all the way.
Got a piece, so Burley will retreat back to first.
The stats we are giving you are the most recent that we have. They may not include all of the games on both sides. It certainly gives you an indication of what the guys have done for the most part up to this point. There's a chopper grabbed at third by Quigley. He'll go to second, and they will indeed turn the double play. As that's a 5-4 to 3 as it's Quigley to Hawes to Young. And that eliminates everybody off the base pass. Dick?
You'll see it here, Taylor made. Nice hop. Good pivot. Has them by plenty.
So that'll bring up Brandon Mazzy of Vinecrest. He's playing right field tonight, and Brandon wearing number 23. 324 on the year with 11 hits, a double, 5 home runs on the season, 6 runs scored, and 13 RBIs. Mazzy certainly a guy to sit in there at the cleanup position. Strike 1 to Mazzy.
Home run leader of this contest, Gary, both sides.
Boy, and he's not a big guy at all. Low and outside, ball 1, 1-1 to Mazzy.
Well, that was tailor-made double play.
Upstairs, good fastball, but out of the strike zone, 2-1. Nice crowd on hand here tonight. Once the shade came over the ball field, it has become a rather pleasant night. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. It's evened up at 2-2.
You see where his power comes from. For a smallish individual, baseball-wise, he really takes a spread.
Dick, you can just see the power in his legs when he whips that bat around. So 2 down now, 1 run across, and here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. So the first strikeout of the baseball game as Brandon Mazzy is erased, but not before a rather questionable run. As you get a look at the third strike, 1 run in the inning. There were 2 hits. There was an error, and there were no runners left on base. So at the 1/2 inning mark, the Blue Mountain League is on top as they lead by a 1-0 score. We turn the page over, and here is the starting lineup for the Perkiomen Valley Twilight All-Stars. Leading off will be Matt Altieri of Plymouth, playing center field, who wear number 7. Batting second is John DiGirolamo of Lansdale. He's the left fielder. He wears number 33. Number 30, Mike Acosta of Lansdale, the right fielder. Number 17 will bat cleanup. That's Phil Calvacante. He is from Lansdale. He is the designated hitter. Batting fifth, James Quigley of Harleysville, the third baseman, wears number 25. Matt Blazinski will bat sixth. He's from Norgwin. He is the catcher, wears number 44. Ryan Griffin of Trooper is the shortstop. He wears number 24. He'll bat seventh. Batting eighth is Scott Young of Collegeville. The first baseman wears number 23. And batting ninth, and there's Kathy Nealon on the ball. She makes that switch. Number 3, Ian Hawes of Lansdale. He's playing second base. A late switch, and Kathy made it. Let's take a look at the defensive setup for the Blue Mountain League. They will go with Tom Stout at first, Joe Buba at second, Adam Sand at shortstop. Brandon Leslie is the third baseman. Andrew Fair is out in left. Ian Burley in center, and Brandon Mazzy in right field. Eric Schmidt is behind the dish, and out on the mound is Ryan Driscoll. The right-hander out of Martins Creek has thrown 23 innings. He's given up 8 runs. They do not distinguish earned runs in the Blue Mountain League. 26 hits, 20 walks, and 2 Ks. 4-0 on the season. And if, and I make that a big if all those runs were earned, and they probably weren't, he would have a 2.43 ERA. And Dick, even if they were all earned, that's not a bad ERA.
Perkiomen comes in with 6 400 hitters in their first offensive 9.
Well, here's one of them. Matt Altieri steps in, batting .429. 21 hits, a couple of doubles, 13 runs scored, and 6 RBIs. Matt Altieri to face Ryan Driscoll.
That 21 hits is the top output of hits for the Perkiomen Valley All-Stars, and his 13 runs, also a team high.
Perkiomen Valley, the home team this year, they actually wanted to try to get the game down in their area. The Blue Mountain compromised by saying, we'll let you be the home team this season. So that's why they are batting in the bottom of the first. First pitch fouled off, strike one. Pretty good fastball by Ryan Driscoll. Oh, there's a slow curveball, and way out in front of it is Altieri. Dick, that has become the best pitch in baseball anymore. That throw a good fastball and follow it up with a nice change.
Look at that difference between the highest smoke and the lowest changeup you can throw.
And then you as a batter try to get ready for one of them. A little bit low. So it's 1-2.
Everybody looks for that differential.
Punch right down to first. Oh, what a nice pickup by Tom Stout. Bounced right in front of him, and he just scooped it right up for the first out of the inning. A very nice defensive play, Mr. Tracy.
Yes, you want to get in front of it like this. Sweep with the glove, find it there, retreat to the bag.
Here's John DiGirolamo of Lansdale. The left-hander, or the left fielder, comes in batting .400 with 10 hits, 3 doubles, 14 runs scored, and a couple of RBIs. Ball one inside.
There's a change up in speeds, took that one a little bit inside.
The 1-0 pitch. That's a chopper up the middle, and that one will have eyes. That will get through, and that will be the first base hit of the ball game for Perkiomen Valley.
See this one here, watch it. Once it's past the mound, high, gets one more big high hop, eludes the second baseman, right through the box.
Mike Acosta of Lansdale, the right fielder, steps in batting .383 with 18 hits, all singles, 10 runs scored, and 8 RBIs. Mike Acosta, the first left-hander now to get a look at Ryan Driscoll. And he'll punch the ball right out in the right field. Took that fastball and pushed it right out into right center. Gobbled up out there by Brandon Mazzy, and runners now on first and third with one down. So both teams hitting the ball.
Many times you wait for something, Gary, to happen. And Piers East was just sitting on that pitch and drilled it very well to the hole.
Phil Cavalcanti steps in of Lansdale, the DH. Phil batting .444 with 20 hits, 3 doubles, 9 runs scored, and 9 RBIs. Tying run now down at third base. Runners on the corners with 1 out. I think all of a sudden that scoop by Tom Stout looks even more important. In the dirt, nice stop by Schmidt. Keeps the runner at first base, ball 1.
Well, Acosta single, a little bit of a gap, so easily first to third on that. Imagine if Stout doesn't come out, you already have one in, one on another corner.
The 1-0. Back as the count goes to 1-1. We always get a little leery when a left-hander's up there because we have no protection where we are, right along the third base line. And anything that comes our way is going to get to us very quickly. That's outside, ball 2. 2-1.
Good eye that time.
Upstairs, and now it's 3-1. And Driscoll in danger of loading up the bases with 1 out.
We're sitting on this old cripple pitch.
James Quigley on deck, and he's got a hefty .436 batting average. And the bases will be loaded. Our first walk of the ball game. Moving down to second base is Acosta. Staying at third base, DiGirolamo. And down to first base is Cavalcanti. And that will bring up James Quigley of Hartleysville. Third baseman batting .436 with 17 hits, 9 doubles and a triple, 6 runs scored and 8 RBIs. Inside, ball 1. All of a sudden, Driscoll having trouble finding the strike zone.
Yeah, he lost the plate.
Blue Mountain League in double play depth up the middle. And the corners are playing off in double play depth. And now it's 2-0. And there is nowhere to put Quigley.
Advantage batter.
There's a good pitch. Strike 1. 1-2.
All right, let's see what he comes back with here. In danger with the sacks jammed. See if he comes back with something straight.
Love to get a strikeout, but he's not really a strikeout pitcher. Have a lot of Ks on the season. That's going to get a run in, I believe. That's punched to right. Nice job by Brandon Mazzy to get to it. That's going to be a sacrifice fly. 2 runners will move up as DiGirolamo scores, and Acosta goes to third base. So that will be an RBI for James Quigley. Another look.
Gets under it. Right fielder's going to retreat, make a good over the shoulder, and certainly no chance from having the man advance from second to third and third to home.
So we are knotted up at 1-1. Stepping in, Matt Blazinski, batting .467 with 28 hits, 5 doubles, a home run, 9 runs scored, and 12 RBIs. So Blazinski, a good power hitter, steps up with a chance to make some noise. 2 down now in the inning. Ball 1 to Blazinski. Runners on the corners again. Acosta at third, and Cavalcanti is at first base. Slow roller. And that'll be an easy play for Tom Stout. So he starts the inning with an unassisted play. He will end the inning with an unassisted play. 1 run in the inning. There were a couple of base hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. We're all even after 1 as we've got ourselves a 1-1 score. One of our fine sponsors tonight is Embassy Bank. You are invited to hit a home run with Embassy Bank of the Lehigh Valley. They're your home team, delivering customer-first approach and setting a whole new standard for banking in the Valley. As your community bank, they are committed to attentive one-to-one service, innovative, customized banking solutions, and local decision-making. Embassy Bank, there are 2 locations in Bethlehem, 2 locations in Allentown, and you can find them at embassybank.com. Braun and Turco also with us tonight, formerly the R.R. Braun Insurance and Turco Associates, providing the highest quality insurance products and customer service since 1947. They proudly support Blue Mountain League Baseball. They offer you auto, home, business, and life insurance. 1501 South 4th Street in Allentown, 610-797-5828. Braun and Turco Insurance.
We are not at 1 at the end of 1 inning, both teams with 2 hits.
Let's go back, Dick, and take a look at how the Blue Mountain League got their run in a very questionable non-call here.
Boy, Gary, you and I are sitting right in this line, and wow.
That is a foul ball. Ended up being an RBI. Base hit for Ian Burley. First up will be Andrew Fair of the Lehigh Valley Clippers. He comes in batting .438, 14 hits, 2 doubles, a home run, 6 runs scored, and 6 RBIs. Andrew Fair to lead it off here in the top of the 2nd inning.
Andrew Fair with a nice .430 plus batting average coming in. He 1 of 6, as we mentioned, in the starting lineup.
I think we'd have to say, Dick, that run by Blue Mountain League was an unearned run without that throwing error by the shortstop. He doesn't get the second, and I don't think he definitely doesn't score on that little nubber. So we're going to chalk that up as an unearned run by Matt Kelly. So Fair looks at strike 1 to start the 2nd inning. That's a ball, 1-1. Eric Schmidt already, Dick, had his entire lineup set for the entire game.
Yeah, I saw
exactly
that.
Who he's going
to
replace and put in, and he's done his job. Of course, that's the way Eric manages Martins Creek. He won the title the last 2 years. That's a ball.
1 strike.
Batters don't mind being ahead of the count, but in an all-star situation, they want to swing the bat.
It's going to be a chopper down to first. It never comes up. As that ball looked like it was going to be a high hopper, and Scott Young stayed up, and the ball went right between the 5-hole. We'll take another look at it here and see whether we call it a bad hop single or an error.
Well, right smack in front and then through the wicket.
It's going to be an error. So that is the 2nd error of the game by Perkiomen Valley, and that will bring up Jesse Borden. Borden of Martins Creek steps in, and on the season he's hitting .381 with 16 hits, 4 doubles, 2 home runs, 14 runs scored, and 18 RBIs. Ball 1 to Jesse.
Big 18 RBI. Big 18. 2nd consecutive inning, lead runner on.
Don't you think Jesse's got to be a little hot with all that hair on?
There we go.
There's going to be a wild pitch, which will allow Fair to go down to 2nd base. So Blue Mountain League again gets the first runner on. Gets him down in scoring position. 1st inning on an error, this inning now on a wild pitch.
1st inning, they didn't ask Burley to bunt, so I doubt very much if they'll ask Borden to bunt. All-star situation. Don't want to take the bat out of his hand.
That out of the strike zone. 3-0. .30 pitch. Swings and misses, and Dick sort of exemplified what you said about not wanting to walk. That pitch out of the strike zone, down a little low, and Jesse was trying to put that one out over the 322 sign.
Either they're not using signals or he got the green light there.
And that one in the strike zone, and swings through it, so the count is full now, 3-2.
Boy, does he have a long swing. Uppercut also.
Jesse has chosen the red uniform, and Eric has chosen the blue uniform. Both guys playing for the Creek, using their home uniforms and their away uniforms tonight.
2 fastball swings for strikes. He came back with a change of speeds and almost had him off balance, got a piece.
And then interestingly enough, Brandon Leslie, who's up after Schmidt, he's got the all-white uniform with him tonight. So they're showing off their wardrobe. Curveball, he went after it. First base is not occupied, so they do have to make the play. And that'll be a K2-3 strikeout for out number 1.
Breaking ball chased in the dirt. Got the strike call, catcher 2-3.
Here's Eric Schmidt, 472 on the year, 17 hits, 4 doubles, home runs, 6 runs scored, and 16 RBIs. Eric every year seems to be one of the top players in the Blue Mountain League. And Dick, he plays darn hard. He has the respect of all of his teammates. He's the perfect guy to be their manager. And he gets a good rip, but it's upstairs, out of the strike zone, strike 1. Couldn't lay off.
Man started in scoring position with none out. Failed to advance him. Let's see what Schmidt does.
That's in the dirt. Nice stop by Blazinski. 1-1. Top of the second inning, if you just joined us, this is the Blue Mountain League and the Perkiomen Valley Twilight League All-Star Game. All the proceeds go in the fight against autism. Get a timeout called by Eric, and Bobby Barju allows it.
Bobby, one of those umpires who walks away after the timeout. That way you're not going to contest anything if the ball is released by the pitcher.
Oh, is that a nice curveball? Dick, that not only curved, it dropped about 3 feet.
Watch this.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Change of speeds, caught the inside corner.
Fair at second base, 1 down. The 1-2 pitch on its way. Punched out in the right field. Nice piece of hitting. Acosta was playing shallow, so no chance to score the run. But moving to third base is Acosta. And Eric Schmidt with the base knock.
Very good piece of hitting, Gary. He's going to take a pitch out of the strike zone and just poke it to right.
So runners on the corners with just 1 out as Brandon Leslie will step in. Leslie comes in batting .316 with 12 hits, 4 doubles, 11 runs scored, and 9 RBIs. And a chance to put the Blue Mountain League up by another run here. High, pops out of the glove. Nobody quite sure where it is. So Eric Schmidt easily lumbers down to second base. And Dick, I guess we'll call that a pass ball.
PB.
So first base open.
2 runners in scoring position here.
Hey, got one.
bit of a struggle here for Matt Kelly. Looking at his 4th batter of the inning. That's ball 2, 2-0.
Yeah, Leslie looking to hit here. Count way in his favor.
So he'll look for a good pitch to hit. He doesn't get it. It's 3-0. First base is open. Chance for the Blue Mountain League to load up the bases, much like Perkiomen Valley did in the 1st inning. Joe Buba on deck, and he has proven that the Creekers only have 3 uniforms. And the bases are filled. First walk issued by Kelly.
The bad news, less than 2 out. The good news does create a forced situation.
Buba 279 with 12 hits, 3 doubles, a triple, 14 runs scored, and 9 RBIs. And he'll look to put this ball in play and make something happen here. One hit in the inning, an error in the inning, a walk in the inning. Punched out towards right field. Long run for Acosta. He will collect it in foul territory, and he's got a gun. Oh, and unable to catch the ball as it bounces off Bobby Barju, which keeps it from rolling away. But oh my, Dick, what a throw from right field.
Fairly deep right field after a long run, Gary. Takes it outside. Going to get under it, fairly deep right field. Now watch this rifle. Well, I guess it's fair ball.
I actually think it was a foul ball.
Was it?
I think so. There'll be an RBI for Joe Buba. And coming in to score on the sacrifice fly is Andrew Fair. And we'll turn the batting order over now with 2 down. That ball hit hard and is sinking fast. Falls in front of Altieri. 2 runs will score. And that'll be a 2 RBI base hit for Adam Sant. So he's got a couple of hits tonight.
Sant's going to follow up his infield variety in the 1st inning. That one's high and outside, gets the bounce as it drops in front. Right fielder over to help, holds him to a single, but crossing the plate.
Schmidt scored, and Leslie scored. And 3 runs now on the board in this inning for the Blue Mountain League. Ball 1 to Burley. So Sant now 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs and a run scored. That's a strike, 1-1. I really think, Dick, that Matt Blazinski had time to catch that ball and put the tag on. He tried to hurry it a little bit and never caught the ball on the throw from Acosta. If that throw was on the plate, he's dead.
Yeah, he was caught behind the plate as it went outside the first baseline. But boy, was impressed with that rifle.
I was going to say they were fortunate to have the ball bounce off of umpire Bobby Barju, but they got that run in anyway. That's high. Of the 3 runs scored, just 2 of them are earned runs. Actually, as we look at the situation, none of them are earned runs. They would have been out of the inning had they gotten Andrew Fair on the ground ball to first base. So no earned runs out of the 4. Ball foul tipped, so staying alive is Burley.
Check the plate on that low pitch. Obviously a all-star game, getting a lot of pitching on the roster, but boy, those numbers are up for Driscoll.
Yeah, actually, Perkiomen Valley doesn't have a huge pitching staff. Foul ball. This is going to come our way. Kozinski will watch it go out of play. The Perkiomen Valley roster lists only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pitchers, as Mike Acosta, who is out in right field, could possibly pitch. Dick, after watching him throw home from right field, he could probably pitch from right field. Been a long inning for Matt Kelly. This is his 44th pitch of the game, and we're not through the second inning. And that stays up high as the count goes to 3-2.
Burley able to work this thing full, fouled off a couple pitches. Gets to this full count, runner will be going.
Sant will be on the move as soon as that ball leaves the hand of Matt Kelly. There he goes. Hit into left field, playable by DiGirolamo, and he will put it away, but not before a lot of damage done by the Blue Mountain League. They get 4 runs, or 3 runs. There was only 1 hit in the inning, 1 error, and they leave 1 runner on base. So at the end of an inning and a half, Blue Mountain League leads this ball game now by a 4-1 score. Harvey Z. Rad Realtors, George Rad, the broker, is one of the most respected real estate companies in the Lehigh Valley. They have been providing personal and professional real estate services with honesty and integrity for well over 45 years. They specialize in residential, commercial, and multi-unit investment properties. You will find knowledge and sincerity in helping you with all of your real estate needs. Call Dave Rooney, Chris Rad, Greg Rad, or George Rad at 610-433-5551. That's Harvey Rad Realty. Edge Transportation with us tonight, door-to-door since '84. Edge Transportation provides same-day and overnight transportation service to New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Delaware, Maryland, the District of Columbia, Virginia, West Virginia, and Connecticut. Edge Transportation handles LTL, truckload service, inside deliveries, and liftgate services. For reliable, efficient transportation service, call 1-800-388-EDGE. That's 1-800-388-3343. Edge Transportation, door-to-door since '84.
Gary, being an all-star game, we get our first change on the mound ready. It's going to be Ryan Amy in to pitch for Blue Mountain.
Amy has gone 29 1/3 innings, 9 runs, 21 hits, a walk, 31 strikeouts, 4-1 on the season. And again, if you count all of those runs as earned runs, he's got a 2.14 ERA. So in the pitch, the bottom of the second inning, is Ryan Amy of Hellertown. So Driscoll goes 1 inning and gives up 2 hits. And he left a couple of guys on base, gave up 1 run. That ball is up high, ball 1 to Ryan Griffin. Ryan comes in with a .344 average, 11 hits, 4 doubles, 10 runs scored, and 4 RBIs. Ryan plays for Trooper. They got an unusual nickname. They are the Trooper Trashmen.
I like that.
Trooper right now 7-8 with a tie on the season, 5 games out of first place. Two and one.
Well, the first organized ball I ever played, guy, the uniform. You know, you always went around and had to get the ads for yourself. Burke Kohler Funeral.
Symbolic of Dick's game.
Yeah.
That's outside. So the count goes 3-1. Putting the first pitch over the plate, or the second pitch. Amy has fallen behind here. 3-1. That ball is jacked. That's going to get out, as that ball will take a one-hopper to the fence. Long run for Ian Burley. Rounding second and headed to third is Ryan Griffin, and he's got himself a stand-up triple. He jumped all over that fastball.
Boy, you knew it from the get-go. Some balls just sound so good, and this one right off the bat Started high and got higher. Bounces the fence to the right of the 354 mark.
Boy, almost anywhere else, Dick, that's a home run, as he just went to that valley out in left center. That thing traveled about 360 and just couldn't get out of here. Here's Scott Young of Collegeville, and he'll hit a ground ball that will get a run in. Picking it up is Sant. He'll make the play. It'll be an RBI for Scott Young. Coming in to score, Ryan Griffin.
Good, solid baseball. Stinging triple by Griffin. Get him home with one pitch. Hit to the shortstop, 6-3. Blue Mountain says we'll take the out, give up one.
Scott had come in batting .405, 15 hits, 3 doubles, a home run, 5 runs, and scored, and 7 RBIs. Now here is Ian Hawes of Lansdale. Ian batting just .190 with 8 hits, all singles, 8 runs scored, and an RBI. Strike one to Hawes. Nobody on now, 1 run in. He'll hit a slow roller down to Sant. Adam up with it. He's got a gun. Fires over to Tom Stout for out number 2.
Oh, you got 2, gentlemen. You got 2. Yeah, get set, Matt.
So Matt Altieri steps up for the second time. He hit a shot to first baseman Tom Stout, and Tom threw a little leather at him.
What do you say, ole?
Looks like we're going to have some runs here tonight. Ball 1. 9-inning game because it's an all-star game. Both leagues normally play 7. Both leagues use wooden bats now. Went to that, what, Dick, about 4 years ago, I think, somewhere around there.
I believe you're right.
And it certainly changes the game a little bit, makes it more of a pitcher's game. Blue Mountain League, Dick, used to be known for scoring 10, 11 runs in a game. 2-1 now to Altieri.
Checking Amy out there. He has a little string hanging on his glove, and you wonder if that bothers the batter at all.
Looks like Brandon Leslie can put this one away. He's going to stay in fair territory, and he will indeed take the pop fly. And that will end the inning, but not before 1 run on 1 hit. There were no errors in the inning, and nobody left on base. It's 4-2 after 2. Stay with us. This is the Blue Mountain League and the Perkiomen Valley League All-Star Baseball game. We'll be back.
Pumpkin, what are you doing up there?
The new ABE Car Care Center got a new truck lift, and I just had to try it out.
You know what? As a car care customer, you are special because they take the time to talk to their customers about their vehicles.
Yeah, they're the best.
Pumpkin, come down from there.
No, I'm having fun. This is nice.
Pumpkin, come down from there. I have a donut for you.
That's all right. I brought my own donut.
ABE Car Care Centers.
From digital quick print, full color printing on our Heidelberg Quickmaster DI to long run 4 and 5 color printing on our new 5-color Heidelberg Speedmaster with inline aqueous coating. Harmony Press's digital press technicians have the experience to prepare your files for direct-to-press technology. Our full binary services complement your quality color job with folding, stitching, die cutting with any finished services needed to complete your jobs. Harmony Press, family owned and operated in the Lehigh Valley for over 50 years.
The following free publications are available throughout the Lehigh Valley. The Employment Guide, Dreams, the Lehigh Valley Sports Extra, Gallery of Homes, Curious Parents, Armin Homes, The Auto Shopper, The Apartment Guide, Pocono Real Estate Guide, The Home Improvement Guide, and The Apartment Finder. Pick up your copy in the exit foyer at your local Giant, Walmart, Valley Farm Market, Hollywood Video, Superfresh, Kmart, and Wawa. Distributed by INCS Distribution Services.
Faulkner Cadillac Chevrolet in Bethlehem has the selection.
The selection at Faulkner is simply incredible. There's so much to choose from.
Faulkner Cadillac Chevrolet has the savings.
I felt that the deal has always been fair, and quite honestly, I wouldn't go anyplace else.
savings, and selection without all the hassles. There is only one clear choice, Faulkner Cadillac Chevrolet.
If I knew someone that was looking for a car, I would definitely recommend Faulkner.
Thanks to RCN, you're connected to all these great Celtic Culture Alliance events like the Celtic Classic and the Winter Classic.
This is RCN TV, serving the greater Lehigh Valley and Delaware Valley areas.
We have a new pitcher out on the mound. It's Jordan Nice. He pitches for the Norgwin Packers. Jordan comes in with 19 2/3 innings pitched. He's given up 15 runs, all of which have been earned runs. 19 hits. He has walked 16, struck out 35. 2-2 on the season. He's got a 5.34 ERA. And so we get a look, Dick, at our first southpaw of the baseball game.
First lefty coming in to represent Perkiomen Valley. Good K ratio, but they were a little bit high with those walks. Hit an inning.
He'll look at a tough threesome here, and Tom Stout, Brandon Mazzy, and Andrew Fair. Stout into a double play in the first inning. So he is 0 for 1. Tommy had a 2 home run game not too long ago. And he's going to shoot this one out to right field. Boy, a nice jump on that ball by Acosta. He was right there, right off the crack of the bat. So 1 pitch, 1 out.
Yeah, a little bit of an atom ball. He did jump on that one. Took it to the other side. Played perfectly.
Brandon Mazzy, a strikeout victim in the first, will step up. Strike 1. Good fastball.
Into the Mazzy had 5 home runs coming in.
Matt Kelly went 2 innings, gave up 4 runs, none earned, 3 hits, a walk, and a couple of strikeouts. Strike 2. 0-2. Brandon thought that one was up a little. The 0-2 pitch. High and outside. 1-2.
A little bit of a herky-jerky motion by the lefty. Not long and fluid, but hides the ball well.
Interesting start, Dickie. He just holds that glove out there with the ball, hand not on the ball at all. A lot of pitchers like to kind of finagle that ball to the grip they want. That might be a broken bat there. Down to Ian Hawes, and he flips it over to first baseman Scott Young for the 2nd out of the inning. We have not had a 1-2-3 inning yet. Andrew Fair will step up. Andrew got on an error to start the 2nd inning, and that opened the gates to a 3-run inning. That error was on the first baseman. To Scott Young's defense, that ball took a really strange downward hop. It looked like it was going to be a real big hop. He stayed up. The ball went down. He didn't even touch it. Right through the 5-hole. Strike 2. Nice has himself a pretty good inning so far. Oh, man. That will be a strikeout looking, a very effective first inning of work for Jordan Nice. Take a look, Dick.
Boy, he takes that 0-2 pitch and splits it with a breaking ball, and not too much of a changeup curveball either.
Just a bunch of zeros in all the boxes for the top of the 3rd inning. As the score remains 4-2 Blue Mountain League as we move to the bottom of the 3rd. It's Embassy Bank. Call, stop in today, experience Embassy Bank's unique customer-focused philosophy. With Embassy Bank on your team, you'll hit a home run every single time. Embassy Bank of the Lehigh Valley. They call it banking without borders. 610-882-8800. 2 locations in Bethlehem, 2 locations in Allentown, and certainly their Trexler Town branch available to you also. That's at the corner of Hamilton Boulevard and Mill Creek Road. Embassy Bank. Braun and Turco with us tonight also. Braun and Turco Insurance Company. It's auto, it's home, it's business, it's life insurance, all of those as the highest quality insurance products available and great customer service. It's been happening since 1947. Come in and see Bob Turco or Russ Braun and tell them that you enjoy the Blue Mountain League on RCN television and you want to talk to them about insurance. 1501 South 4th Street in Allentown, 610-797-5827.
All right, we have Perkiomen Valley coming up here in the 3rd. Cut the lead to 2 in the line. Oh, there they are.
They have made their nightly appearance.
Oh,
They're
look, the
always
whole
out
crowd
in the field beyond left field.
At this time, we'd also like to wish a happy birthday to Blue Mountain League President Eric.
We have a new pitcher out on the mound, Dick, as it is Brian Cope. Brian wears number 12. He comes in with 14 innings pitched. He's given up 5 runs, 10 hits, 5 walks, 11 strikeouts, 2-0 on the season. And his ERA, and we always put it in quotation marks, 2.49. We got a chance to see Brian Cope pitch just a couple of weeks ago as he took on the Cardinals and won that ball game. So the 3rd pitcher to work. Amy worked 1 inning and he gave up 1 run. It was earned, 1 base hit. He didn't walk anybody. He didn't strike anybody out.
So we wondered about that expanded pitching roster for Blue Mountain, almost as large as the hitters, and looks as if they're going to use 1 inning.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. DiGirolamo, the first time up, singled right up the middle and came around and scored a run and changed that count. It's 2-1. Now it's 2-2. DiGirolamo, Acosta, and Cavalcanti.
2, 3, and 4.
Cope, who did his pitching at Parkland High School and Lafayette College. Stays upstairs with that one, 3-2.
Going full in the first batter he faced. Protecting a 2-run lead.
And that low and outside, so he will walk the first batter in the 3rd inning. And that will be the first walk issued by a Blue Mountain League pitcher. And that will bring up Mike Acosta. He's 1 for 1 with a single to right field in the 1st. And that is the 2nd walk issued, the first one by Driscoll. Ball 1.
Man on deck had that first base on balls, Gary.
Two 2-0. Blue Mountain League on top by a 4-2 score. Nice fastball. 2-1.
After the walk, he should have teammate on first, taken all the way.
And that's strike 2. Caught the outside part of the plate. Count 2-2.
Costa come in with that 383 average.
That's low, ball 3. So Kopi now in danger of walking the first 2 batters. Blue Mountain League has a lot of arms. They've got 12 guys listed as potential pitchers. And I'm not sure if everybody's here. Most of them are. 3-2 pitch, nobody going. And it doesn't matter as runners on first and second now with nobody out. So the tying runs are on. And that'll bring up Phil Cavalcanti, and Phil walked in the first inning.
Doing a little bit of a hold, getting a little bit of a hold here, Gary, digging it. Tying runs on base, nobody down, and they got there free.
Second base, DiGirolamo. First base, Acosta. And the first pitch is inside, ball 1. So Brian has run full counts on the first 2 batters he has faced. Now falls behind 1-0 to Cavalcanti. Good rip. But catches air, 1-1.
Those ball calls, he's nowhere near it there. He's really missing high, low, in and out.
Here's the 1-1. And that right at the knees, strike 2.
Boy, makes a good pitch there, that low ball, getting it.
As we look at a starter's pub pitcher, I can only assume Pumpkin Miller watching our ball game at home tonight. And we say hello to the manager, the only manager Starters has ever had. There's a good fastball and a much needed strikeout.
At a time and a spot when it's needed. Tied him up inside.
Ryan Cope with a good fastball, and here's James Quigley. Quigley got a sacrifice fly, RBI in the first inning. So no official time at bat. And there goes the runner, and sliding in safely at third base is DiGirolamo with a stolen base. Got a great jump.
He had to be on his own, Gary, because you got nothing from first. Stayed there.
It was a strike on Quigley. Chris Michael will be joining us in the top of the 4th. He'll work innings 4, 5, and 6 with Dick. And I'll join Chris for an inning. Dick and I will be back for 8 and 9. 1-1.
Hope thought he'd get him a chase on that one a little bit, Gary.
3 base hits so far in the ball game for Perkiomen Valley. Good rip at that one. Just not quite getting on the baseball. 1-2.
Hey, take a chance on that stolen base, but boy, he must have known he had it swiped.
Yeah, he got a big jump on the pitcher. Ryan not paying a lot of attention and got a good jump. That one just a little bit low, 2-2. Eric tried to frame that, get the call. Bobby Varju would have none of it. Tying runs are on. And the 2-2 pitch. A number down the third, be a tough play as that goes through the legs of Leslie, and that's going to get a run in, and that'll be an error on the third baseman. That would have been a tough play no matter what. It will not be an RBI, but it certainly will get DiGirolamo in with his second run score in the game.
Actually, pretty good running here by DiGirolamo. He got that late start after the ball is kicked.
So Dick, they get a run here without the benefit of a base hit.
Yeah, that again goes to show those killer walks.
Down to second base goes Acosta. Quigley at first, and just one down. Then we've got a 4-3 ball game. Matt Blazinski looks at strike 1. He grounded to first to end the first. So he's 0 for 1. inside, ball one. 1-1.
At the even count now.
And a lot more attention this time to the guy at second base, as that stolen base looms large. I think right now they'd have the bases loaded without that stolen base.
Yeah, what's important here, Gary, keep it low. I'm trying to get him to bite at something off speed and get that ground out. Look for two.
The 1-2 pitch. Good fastball, fouled back, stays 1-2. One run across in the inning.
Credit batter keeping that thing alive.
Perkiomen Valley back to within one. It's a 4-3 ball game. Two.
That's the one he wanted him to bite on, Gary. Low, grass cutter.
You can tell by the colors, Norgwin, they are the Packers. They've got Green Bay Packer colors. Norgwin 9-10 so far on the season. Ooh. Close. We don't have the best angle, of course, for inside-outside pitches. Take a look. That's outside. Not by much. Good call by Bobby Varju. He's got the best view, Dick.
That's right.
Swing and a miss. Big strikeout for Brian Koch. That will be out number 2. Brian's second strikeout of the inning.
Little inside, but too close to take.
Ryan Griffin got a booming triple in the second inning to lead off the inning and came around and scored. The ball that traveled at least 360 right out by our camera guy, Bob Geary, out there. Strike one.
Yeah, hardest hit ball of the evening, Gary. Showed us a good pair of legs. Legged it into third.
He'd like to tie this game up with a base hit and a runner on second. 1-1. That ball gets away. As a wild pitch there, and that allows Acosta to move to third and Quigley to move to second. Dick, now the go-ahead run is in scoring position with 2 down. Fouled back. And the count goes to 1-2.
Comes with the heat, and batter waiting on it, sitting on it. Griffin was sitting on that fastball, got it up, hit it straight back to the screen.
See the numbers at the top of your screen. 1-2 count, 2 outs. 4-3, bottom of the third. All you need to know right up there. Another tough play, as having to hurry coming up, and oh, what a great play by shortstop Adam Sant. As he came up firing, and he got the out. Not before a run scores without the benefit of a base hit. There were no errors in the inning. There were 2 runners left on base. At the end of, we are back, and it's time for the Starters Pub trivia question of the night. Starters Pub, Starters Riverport, Starters Clubhouse. They're all over the Lehigh Valley with great food, all kinds of entertainment, big screen TVs. You want just a nice night out, a good social evening, get to Starters Pub, Starters Riverport, or Starters Clubhouse. Which of these Hall of Famers was the only person to strike out 4 times in an all-star game? Which of these Hall of Famers? And you've got the choice of Mickey Mantle, Roberto Clemente, Johnny Bench, or Lou Gehrig. Those are your choices. We do have one change now defensively. Stan Hrushka moves out into right field for Perkiomen Valley. Mike Acosta will move over to left field, and Hrushka will move into DiGirolamo's spot in the batting order. Moving into my spot in the talking order, here's Chris Michael.
second inning of work. Jordan Nice had a very effective 1-2-3 inning in the top half of the third inning. A one-pitch fly out, a couple pitches and a ground out, and then a called out on strikes. Jesse Borden, the first one to face him here in the top of the fifth, and he takes one over for strike one. Borden struck out back in the second inning, worked the count full. We're in the bright red Martins Creek uniforms. Gary was running down all the different colors. One's the home alternate, the day uniforms.
Yeah, a little bit of everything.
Nice with the kick and the 0-2 pitch. Grounded fair down the third baseline, rolling down the line. Borden will stop at first with a single. And Blue Mountain with the leadoff base runner here in the top of the fourth.
Boy, gets this one just inside the line. And being the lefty, they're sort of shift a little bit in the infield, Gary. Christie gets it off the end of the bat. Just enough to plug it down that line.
First hit allowed by the southpaw on the mound. Eric Schmidt, the catcher and team manager, steps in with a runner at first base. Infield now playing for two. Outfield straight away with a breeze blowing out to center field. Swing and a miss by Schmidt. No balls and one strike. Schmidt doesn't look happy with that swing. Just a little bit wide. Short lead for Borden off of first. Next pitch is high. 1 ball and 1 strike to Schmidt.
He had what appeared to be an awkward swing in his first at bat, Chris, and he poked it to right field.
Reached first, moved to second on a pass ball, and eventually came around to score in that 3-run second inning. Blue Mountain leading 4-3. Blue Mountain had an early 1-0 lead. Perkiomen Valley scored 1 in the bottom half of the inning, and then Blue Mountain went up 4-1. And since Perkiomen has scored 2 more to make it a 1-run ball game. Mike Blazinski coming out to talk to Jordan Nice. Perkiomen Valley does have some bullpen action. They have 5 pitchers. So ideally for them, they'll have 4 pitchers, go 2 innings, and then a closer. If anyone runs into trouble, they might make a move early. Pitch misses upstairs. 3 balls and 1 strike the count.
A little bit of a breaking ball, but doesn't come down to the zone. Stays up.
3-1 pitch over at the knees. So Schmidt will have to come back. 3 balls and 2 strikes the count. Nobody out here in the top of the fourth. 3-2 pitch. Swung on and fouled back over the backstop.
Jesse Borden not moving from first base on that full count.
Vinny Keyser, the man warming up for Perkiomen Valley. He looks to be ready to go. He's now concluded his warm-up tosses. A stretch by Nice, check the runner, and the 3-2 out again, just about the same spot.
Get rid of the strikes. Good way to foul them off.
It's always the dilemma for a pitcher. 3-2, you want to throw your best pitch, but how many times can you throw in the same spot? Called strike, went inside corner that time, and the second strikeout for Nice. Second called strikeout for Nice, and 1 down here in the top of the fourth.
Able to come up with 4 straight in the zone. Following off, follow the sequence, fouls another one. And then the called 3rd strike by Bobby Varju.
Brandon Leslie walked in the second inning, came around to score on a hit by Adam Sant. Adam Sant's had a real nice game. 2 hits offensively, a couple nice plays defensively. Foul back to the screen. No balls and 1 strike to Leslie. Eight players from Martins Creek on the All-Star team. 5 in the starting lineup. The 0-1 pitch. Right at the knees. 0-2.
After the leadoff single down the third baseline, certainly in charge in the strike zone.
Nice trying to keep it close. His team trailing by a run. Kick in the 0-2. Took something off that, and everybody flying away from that ball. Over on the Blue Mountain League dugout slash bench slash bullpen.
Borden really respecting the left-hander's move, which we haven't seen yet, but his lead is minimal.
A stretch in the 0-2. Change up again, fouled, out of play this time. Don't see too many designated hitters running, trying to steal stolen bases.
Right.
So he's in that role tonight as the DH.
Said to Gary earlier, you don't see much bunting either. Don't take the bat out of their heads.
Nice roughing up a new ball. Runner at first, one down here in the top of the 4th. And he offered at that pitch. 3rd strikeout for Nice and 2 outs here in the inning.
2nd strike on a roll. See if he goes. He called it.
So Joe Buba will bat. 2 down here in the 4th. Gordon still on at first.
What do we have here? 4 Martin Creekers in a row, huh? And 5 out of 6. No, one on the sidelines ready to come in.
The curveball misses low. 1 ball and no strikes to Buba.
So you lefty Borden leading off with that inside outer down the 3rd baseline, and since then, complete control went on.
Line drive in the hole and into left field. 2nd hit of the inning. Borden stopping at 2nd base. And Blue Mountain with 2 runners on and 2 outs for Adam Sant.
Up around the letters, just pulls it past the shortstop. 1st and 2nd.
Adam Sant, a pair of singles, 2 RBIs, a run scored. You mentioned the nice defensive plays he's made. Nice, gets the sign. Kick in the first pitch, high, ball 1. Wind to the 1-0. Foul back, 1-1. Mentioned that breeze is blowing straight out to center field. It not only helps the batters, but it on the downside, we can't smell any of Grumpy's barbecue. Usually in years past, the wind's blowing in and our mouths are watering by this time. Can't smell it this year.
That was some shot by Griffin. Chris, to the right of 354. That was Tugwell.
The few times I've ever seen anyone hit the wall that far away.
Yeah, you got the bounce. That's right. You got that bounce.
Field area. That pitch misses upstairs. 3 balls and 1 strike. Ian Burley waiting on deck. Ian already has a run knocked in. A stretch in the 3-1. Got jammed and fouls it back.
When Nice gets that ball, he's ready to go.
Well, that was one of the keys I thought with Ryan Quinn the other night. Didn't even look like he was waiting for a sign. Just give me the ball and here it comes again.
Dave Hemmerly couldn't stop talking about that performance.
And Dave actually had a good point. Sometimes the umpire even gets in a group when a pitcher's throwing that quickly. Stretch and the 3-2 pitch. Runners did not take off with the pitch, but this ball's flying to right field. Haraska just into the ball game, makes the catch to retire the side. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on here in the top of the 4th inning. After 3.5, Blue Mountain leads 4-3. RVZ Rad Realtors. Give them a call today and talk to George Rad, Chris Rad, Greg Rad, or Dave Rooney. They deal with residential, commercial, industrial, multi-family investments, new construction. Give them a call, 610-433-5551. They're located 1505 South 4th Street in Allentown. And Edge Transportation also with us, door to door since '84. Edge Transportation provides same day and overnight transportation service to New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Delaware, Maryland, the District of Columbia, Virginia, West Virginia, and Connecticut. Edge Transportation handles LTL, truckload service, inside deliveries, and liftgate services. For reliable, efficient transportation service, call 1-800-388-EDGE. Remember, Edge Transportation, door to door since '84.
4 runs by Blue Mountain, 1 in the first, 3 in the second, but since then we have had Perkiomen Valley score in every inning.
New pitcher on for Blue Mountain, Rocky Gencarelli. His record on the year, 2-1 and 1.44 ERA. 24 1/3 innings pitched, allowed 5 runs. Again, no earned runs recorded. 11 hits, 24 strikeouts, and just 6 walks for Rocky this year. He is the 4th pitcher for Blue Mountain.
Driscoll, Amy Cope, and now Rocky.
Brian Cope gave up 1 run, no hits. Struck out 2 and walked a pair. So Gencarelli on. Home team, the Hellertown Royals. And he will be facing batters 8, 9, and 1. We'll see if Perkiomen Valley makes any additional changes to their lineup as they go through the lineup for the 3rd time. Scott Young, the first batter, grounded out back in the 2nd inning. That plated a run. That was the 2nd run. Perkiomen Valley added another one in the 3rd to make it 4-3. The wind in the first pitch to Young, over for strike 1.
Each one of the first 3 hurlers gave up a run for Blue Mountain. 1 in each inning.
The wind in the 0-1. Fastball missing low. 1 ball and 1 strike to Scott Young. Ian Hawes waiting on deck. Last minute insertion into the starting lineup. Jason Connor arrived late and got here right around the time that the manager was coming over and saying we need a new second baseman.
Gencarelli stays ahead. 1-2 count. See what he comes with on his 3rd strike. See if he get the batter to bite.
Rocky had a great game on RCN last year.
I remember that. Whoa.
The wind and the 1-2. Hit in the hole and into right field for a leadoff hit. Scott Young.
Came with his heat, Chris. Young waiting on it.
That is the 5th hit by Perkiomen Valley tonight. Now Ian Hawes will bat. Grounded out to shortstop his first time up. And we're going to get a runner at first base for Perkiomen Valley. Bill McCann. McCann from Harleysville, the Storm Hornets. We'll see if McCann stays in the ball game.
See what they do with Hawes here. He took a long look into the dugout, Chris. Well, he takes first 1 strike. No signs of a bunt, even with a runner. New runner.
Right, let me correct the hit total. Perkiomen with 4 hits tonight. 2 in the first, 1 in the second, and 1 here. Short lead for McCann. This ball's hit well to left field. Going back is fair, and it's out of here. 2-run home run by Ian Hawes. The DeSales University product hits one out. And the Perkiomen Valley Twilight lead now with their 5th hit and a 1-run lead.
Sort of knew it. You'll hear the sound, and I mean, he's going to go back, but boy, he raises that up. He went down and got it. Good line drive, good shot. Hope that didn't hit a deer.
I think they've moved over to the luxury boxes.
Yeah.
Haven't seen them for the last inning.
Rocky start for Rocky.
Altieri avoids all of the flying lumber hit his way and then throws out the batter. And actually, that was a new batter. That's Tony DeLue. Duluth one pitch and quickly retired for the first out of the inning. Stan Haraska now will have his first plate appearance. Came in defensively in the last half inning. Haraska batting .250, 9 hits, 2 doubles, 11 runs scored, and does not have an RBI. Bat from the left-hand side. Fastball over at the knees for strike 1.
So Duluth come in swinging quickly. He took Altieri's place, and he gets the ground out back to the mound.
Surprised they didn't send out an extra bat boy to get all the broken lumber. And that ball right into the parking lot. No balls and 2 strikes to count to Haraska. Pitch misses upstairs.
Chin music there.
Takes something off that, but it just misses outside.
Scoreboard 2-1. We have 2-2. Close pitch.
Well, Eric Schmidt trying to bring it back. Little chopper, foul.
Stay alive, poke it down toward third.
Perkiomen Valley with their first lead of the night.
Yeah, the big way, the quick way.
To make Tim Nyman happy, the head coach over at DeSales. The wind in the 2-2. Swing and a foul tip held on to by the catcher Eric Schmidt. And the second out recorded by Rocky Gencarelli.
Gencarelli comes in and gets a single to right center, good hit, and then the home run. Followed that up with a little 1-3er. Back to the mound, and now the strikeout.
Mike Acosta steps in the batter's box. Singled and walked so far in this ball game. Open stance. It's a breaking ball on the outside corner for a strike. No balls and 1 strike to Acosta. We saw his arm from right field earlier. Terrific throw. Almost got the runner.
Yeah, he's listed as a pitcher also, Chris. Love to see him go out there on the mound and show off that rifle.
Yeah, he's not one of the 5 listed pitchers that we had on the roster that they'd given us, but in his bio, he also pitches. And we have some numbers on him as that ball bounced up there. 1 ball and 2 strikes, the count to Acosta. Acosta from Lansdale, the team leading the Perkiomen Valley standings heading into their All-Star break. Chopper over the glove of Gencarelli, and no one up the middle can field it. It'll be a base hit for Acosta, his second of the night.
Hey, no one's going to make that play shortstop, Chris. Even if the second baseman knocks it down, unable to field it. Shortstop on the move. That's going to be a tough play no matter what, and Chris called it infield single.
Phil Cavalcante will step in. Reached on an error his last time up. And he's also walked.
3rd hit off Gencarelli in this inning.
And correct that he struck out. We had him switch with Quigley in the batting lineup. So he's 0 for 1 with that strikeout. And he takes one outside for ball 1. Costa, pretty nice lead off of first.
Yeah, and you wonder. Got the lead now. Might want to play with that lead a little bit.
Got Rocky Gencarelli's attention.
That was just a calling card.
No stolen base numbers provided by either team, but he does have a nice lead again. 1-0 pitch. Fastball misses high. 2 balls and no strikes.
On the batter, I said, hey, I'm coming out of the next inning, so don't take that bat out of my hands.
Pitch, swing and a miss. Good fastball.
Yeah, he's late on that.
So we may see a new batter coming up next anyway. Zach Hess has a bat and is on the on-deck circle. 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Another good fastball.
And a chase there. Up just a little.
2-2 the count. And a foul tip back to the backstop. Very nice ceremony before the game. All the proceeds from tonight going to Autism Speaks for autism research. Jackson's family was honored, and Bradley, Jennifer Jackson's younger brother, threw out the first ball. Runner takes off, pitch is outside, and Schmidt kind of shuffled his feet a little bit, couldn't plant, and didn't even bother to make a throw down to second. Stolen base for Mike Acosta.
Acosta measuring, finally takes advantage of the pitcher and steals easily.
Jen Corelli sets. 3-2 pitch. Lined into left field for a base hit. Acosta rounding third. They're going to hold him up there. Oh, now they got him picked off. The catcher Schmidt trying to run him back. And there's the tag. Third out recorded at third base. 76526. Gary Laubach keeping track of all those numbers for the scorers. There you can see him going around. The stop sign was on and just late getting back. And a heads-up play there by the third baseman Leslie to field the cutoff and then flip it over to the shortstop Adam Sant. Officially a single for Phil Cavalcante. That ends the inning. 2 runs, 4 hits in the inning. No errors and 1 left on base. Through 4 full innings, it's 5-4 Perkiomen Valley.
Equal their output of hits in that inning. Perkiomen Valley continues with at least 1 run per inning.
Time to answer the trivia question, brought to you by Starters. Great specials: Monday 35-cent wings, Tuesday 99-cent clams, Wednesday $2.50 cheesesteaks. Dinner specials Friday through Sunday. Conveniently located Route 378. Dave Rank and Company, always a fun atmosphere to check out at Starters. And there's the trivia question. The answer, Roberto Clemente, back in 1967.
Surprised a few people, I bet, Chris.
Brian Wynn, the new pitcher. We'll give you his numbers. 1-0. 10 innings pitched, an ERA of 2.10, 7 runs allowed, 3 of them earned, 9 hits. He's struck out 6 and he has walked 5. And there's other changes to be made, and we now have Bill McCann playing first base. Jason Connor takes over at second base. Ryan Griffin will stay at shortstop. Zach Hess now your third baseman. Mike Acosta stays in left field. Tony DeLude takes over in center field. And Haraska stays in right. Andrew Miller now behind the plate. And the new pitcher we already told you on the mound, Ryan Wynn. First batter for Ian is Ian Burley for the Blue Mountain League All-Stars, and he takes one low for ball 1.
Ian Burley, number 2 hitter, comes in 1 for 2, single and a fly to left.
He's fallen behind his first hitter tonight. 2 balls and no strikes. And that one misses. 3 balls and no strikes. Burley flied out to left, and also reach base on a hit back in the first inning, knocking in a run. Pours one right through there. 3 balls and 1 strike to Burley. The kick and the 3-1. Misses low. A leadoff walk issued by Ryan Wynn. And Burley trots on down to first base for Tom Stout, who's 0 for 2 tonight. Grounded into a double play and flied out to right.
Good job there by Burley. Most of these all-stars want to swing, Chris. He looking for that base on balls. Took a close pitch on the 3-1. Got the freebie on the next pitch.
0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Changeup. Went out front of Stout. No balls and 2 strikes. Good block by the new catcher Miller, keeping Burley close at first.
As always, Tommy Stout maintains his level of efficiency with the bat. Another 400 average plus coming in.
How's that one back to the screen? 1 ball and 2 strikes to Stout. Mentioned Blue Mountain with the largest contingent of players, 8. Starters next with 6. And both programs have some very passionate followers and players. Goes without saying, some passionate managers too. Throw over to first base. Burley gets back easily.
Talked about Eric Schmidt, player manager type guy, always in it. Saw him taking an extra base, saw him get a situational hit to right center.
Two pitch, hit, foul down the third base line. Count remains 2-2.
Kept alive with a series of foul ball, looking for his pitch, and just pulled it too much.
Next Perkiomen pitcher heading down to the bullpen, starting his long tosses. 2-2 pitch, popped up, should get out of play, and does.
Fouls off another 2-strike pitch.
Now Wentz going to take a little walk around the mound. Perkiomen taking its first lead 1/2 inning ago. 2-2 pitch. Got out in front of the changeup. Popped up shallow center. Going out is the second baseman Jason Connor. He dropped the ball.
Easy force.
Easy force, and Stout, who was about halfway to the dugout, had to come running back out onto the field and just got to first base before the shortstop looked over in his direction.
Oh, what a lollipop here. Nothing at second. Nothing that the runner can do, Chris.
You see him running back on. And the shortstop just was peeking his direction as he neared the base. Brandon Massey steps into the batter's box. 0 for 2, hits one to the shortstop. Griffin fields it nicely. Throw over to first is in time. Second double play turned by Perkiomen Valley tonight. And that will end the inning here in the top of the 5th. No runs, no hits, and none left on base. Through 4.5, Perkiomen Valley leads 5-4. Hit a home run with Embassy Bank for the Lehigh Valley, your home team, delivering its customer-first approach and setting a whole new standard for banking in the Lehigh Valley. As your community bank, we are committed to attentive one-to-one service, innovative customized banking solutions, and local decision-making. Call or stop in today to experience Embassy Bank's unique customer-focused philosophy. With Embassy Bank on your team, you'll hit a home run every time. And Braun and Turco Insurance, providing the highest quality insurance products and customer service since 1947. We proudly support Blue Mountain League Baseball, located 1501 South 4th Street in Allentown. Auto, home, business, and life insurance needs. Call them 610-797-5828.
Zach Hess is going to lead it off. So number
Robbie,
26 swinging the bat here.
Robbie Williams, the new pitcher for the Blue Mountain League. He's 4-0 with a 3.46 ERA, 28 1/3 innings pitched, 14 runs allowed, 34 hits, 26 strikeouts, and just 4 walks. Told there's going to be several more changes coming up. And it looks like we will have Zach Hess making his first plate appearance to lead off the inning.
Hess went in for Quigley, so it's his first at bat.
Hess is now the third baseman. And Hess is batting .382 on the regular season, 13 hits, 3 doubles, 1 home run, 10 runs scored, and 8 RBI. First pitch from Williams to Hess is over for a strike.
Want to measure him, want to meet him a little bit, Chris. Took that pitch down the middle, gentle swing. Did not get it. This one outside.
1 ball and 1 strike to Zach Hess. Kick and the 1-1 swing, a good fastball. Blew it by him, 1-2.
Both strikes thrown by Hess.
Lined in the 1-2, another good swing and a miss. Williams starts his evening with a strikeout. Williams, the 5th pitcher for Blue Mountain.
Good pitcher, totally in charge here. Andrew Miller will now make his first plate appearance. Miller batting .231, 6 hits, 1 double, 9 runs scored, and 4 RBIs. Miller performs for Lansdale, excuse me.
First 2 pitches missing, 2 balls and no strikes.
They want that trip,
Three balls and no strikes.
Got the quick K on Hess, and now falls on the hole 3-0.
Now one catches the inside corner. Some defensive changes. Doug Malich now catching for Blue Mountain. Chubby Miller is at the hot corner. Chris Granovitsky is at short. Jason Moyers at second. Jim Fisher is at first.
Comes back from 3-0 with a called strike and now a swinging strike.
Full count pitch. Misses inside. So a strikeout and a walk by Williams to start the bottom of the 5th. Also new outfielders for the Blue Mountain team. Eric Kresge is in center field. Omar Torres is in left. Rick Seltzer is in right field.
Another Lansdale performer, Josh Fink, coming up to bat.
And Torres and Seltzer actually are switched. So Seltzer is in left field, Torres in right, Kresge in center. And Josh Fink, the first plate appearance for him tonight. Gonna look at the lead by Miller, and he's gonna move up on the wild pitch. Josh Fink batting .241, 7 hits, 1 double, 5 runs scored, and 6 RBI.
How about this stop? Knocks it down, keeps it in front of him. Oh, nearly rolled back to the mound.
Stretched by Williams. Pitch misses upstairs. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Entire half inning, Chris, playing pitch and catch.
Two-one pitch inside, 3-1. Williams came out firing to Zach Hess. A quick strikeout. And then walked Miller and has fallen behind Fink. He got a piece of that one as he fouled it back to the screen, and the count's now full.
I mean, a ball hit fair net in this 5th inning.
Perkiomen Valley got a run back in the 3rd inning without the benefit of a hit. Walks on an error. Stretch in the 3-2. Little chopper, front of the plate. Malich on it. No play anywhere. Runner safe at 1st and 3rd. And an infield single for Josh Fink. Runners at the corners with 1 out for Bill McCann.
Boy, this one just dies. Catcher's going to come out of there. In fact, I think he called the pitcher off. Just figured it wasn't a good position to throw, and runner already advanced near 3rd base.
A real tough angle for Malich to come out there and try to pirouette around and throw to 1st. Bill McCann, his first plate appearance, came in as a pinch runner back in the 4th inning. Came around to score. You see his numbers, 256. His average, 1 home run, 7 RBI. That pitch misses low. Again, also with 1 double on the season and 3 runs scored. The 2-0 fouled and held on to by Malich. 2 balls and 1 strike. Miller the runner at 3rd, Fink the runner at 1st. Perkiomen already up 5-4.
And threatening.
Infield playing for 2. Swung at a high fastball, but it's hit to the 2nd baseman. Moyer over to 2nd, 1 to 1st. They turn the double play and avoid further damage here in the bottom of the 5th. Top half of the 6th inning, Blue Mountain Leaguers will be batting. Rick Seltzer, Dave Stout, and Doug Malich, the schedule's hitters.
Tommy Stout hitless on the night. Excuse me, Tommy Stout's finished. Okay.
John D'Ustini will be the new pitcher for Perkiomen. He is 3-0 with a 1.05 ERA. 20 innings pitched this year, 4 runs allowed, 3 earned, 11 hits, 18 strikeouts, and 2 walks. We keep giving you these great strikeout to walk ratios, and that was what we were told about this Perkiomen Valley pitching staff. Only 5 listed pitchers, but all of them with pretty good control. Rick Seltzer will be the first one to face him. Seltzer we saw last week at Egypt Memorial Park. He's batting .464, 13 hits, 4 doubles, 2 home runs, 14 RBI, and 6 runs scored.
Yeah, we saw him have a good night offensively, too. Really hit a few ropes up at Egypt. Good hitter. Always been a good hitter.
Former Parkland player. Don't forget to check out RCN Sports Talk coming up this Thursday. We're going to be focusing on the Easton Phillipsburg football rivalry. Steve Schiffert has confirmed his appearance on the show. We talked to Bob Stem, 4:30 Thursday afternoon. He said he was going to be there, but now we found out before the game that he may have another commitment. So we'll be sure to get him either in the studio or on the phone, or try to line up someone else, and we'll talk Easton Peaburg football this Thursday, 6 o'clock. Your phone call is welcome on the RCN Sports Talk Show. First pitch, and Rick Seltzer hits one in the hole and into right field. A leadoff single for Rick Seltzer.
Seltzer plays a lot of first base and left field tonight. Found the hole on that one. First pitch swing. Now it'll be Dave Stout for his first appearance.
Dave Stout also from the starters Orioles. Curveball over for strike 1. Blue Mountain trailing by a run here in the top of the 6th inning.
David telling me last week, Coach, swing's just not there yet.
Ground ball up the middle, fielded nicely by Connor to second, one to first, wide, but a great job there by McCann to hold on to the ball and then tag Stout going by to complete the third double play turn by Perkiomen Valley tonight.
Very, very well executed. Flag down nicely at second, headed for the hole, gloves it, little shuffle, and with a runner cutting at him, first base comes off and makes the tag.
Second baseman for Perkiomen Valley have done a nice job tonight. A couple nice defensive plays. Ian Hawes with a go-ahead 2-run home run a few innings ago, and now Jason Connor throwing the leather right there to start the double play. Doug Malich steps in, his first plate appearance. Malich batting .286 on the season, 8 hits, 2 doubles, 1 triple, 5 runs scored, and 1 RBI.
Hometown calling for Malich to park right in that pasture, Chris. Be the hometown hero. Got the corner outside. Inside him on the first strike, gets the call in the outside corner in this strike.
The Augustini, a quick worker. Ground ball in the hole. Off the glove of the shortstop Griffin. And safe at first base on an infield single will be Doug Malich.
Now batting for the Blue Mountain League from the Easton Falcons, third baseman Ryan.
2 hits in the inning, but we see this one headed toward the hole. Flag down, but no way you're going to make a play. 2 hits inning, Chris, double play took him out of a big, big mess at the time.
Chubby Miller will be the batter. Miller batting .389. And the runner takes off as the pitch gets away from the catcher Miller. A runner at second with 2 outs. Have not seen Easton yet this year. Completing the rest of Miller's number. 2 doubles, 2 triples, 2 homers, 6 runs scored, and 12 RBIs. Ground ball hit to the shortstop. Bobbled momentarily by Griffin, still has plenty of time, and throws out Chubby Miller at first base, and that will retire the side. No runs, 2 hits for Blue Mountain, 1 left on. Through 5.5, Perkiomen still leads 5-4.
A very classy double play helped him with that one, Chris.
And visit Grumpy's Barbecue Roadhouse on 3000 Monk Chunk Road in Mechanicsville for the Lehigh Valley's only real wood pit barbecue. Grumpy's features lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sundays in a family-friendly environment for the best ribs, chicken, Cajun-style foods, steak sandwiches, burgers, and salads. Go to Grumpy's. Grumpy's, a proud sponsor for Blue Mountain League Baseball. And now let's see what's cooking in the Grumpy's Barbecue Roadhouse BML report. The Martins Creek Creekers still on top 15-2. No one can slow them down. Hellertown Royals hanging in there at 12-5. And then the next 2 playoff spots, top 4 teams make it to the playoffs. Starters Orioles and the Vinecrest Reds with a very impressive season. Both of those teams 10-4.
Just at about the halfway mark, Chris. 32 league regular season.
And there you get a look. Grumpy's on hand tonight at this All-Star game. And the crew will be treated to some great Grumpy's barbecue items after tonight's ball game.
Yeah, when you read that commercial and said visit, I was afraid we'd be without cameramen.
Justin Jankowicz will be the new pitcher for Blue Mountain. He is 3-2 in the season, an ERA of 4.20. 28 1/3 innings pitched, 17 runs allowed, 24 hits, 23 strikeouts, and 9 walks.
6 pitching, 6 innings.
4, 3, 2.
I'll give you the numbers on both Giancarelli and Williams who were in there. They both threw an inning. Rocky gave up 2 runs, 4 hits, struck out 1. And Williams, who pitched last inning, did not surrender a run. First Blue Mountain League pitcher to do that tonight. Allowed 1 hit, walked 1, and struck out 1.
Yeah, get him off me. Take a look at
Jason Connor will have his first plate appearance. Made the nice defensive play, starting the double play in the top half of this inning. And first pitch. He's always going to work out of the stretch. First one bounces up there for a ball.
Connor off the Collegeville roster, inked in as the starter tonight. Little late arriving, so Ian Hawes took his place. Hawes, of course, circled that baser on his shot with one on.
1-1 pitch, swing and a miss by Connor. 1-2.
2 strikes.
Connor's batting .310 on the regular season, 9 hits, a double, 6 runs scored, and 6 RBI. And he goes down swinging here to start the bottom of the 6th inning.
Oh, he reached for that one out of the zone. I think he's going to defend with 2 strikes.
And Tony DeLude will step in, the center fielder. Grounded back to the pitcher his first time up. Came into the ball game in the 4th. Jackowitz airmails the first one. 1 ball, no strikes to DeLude. Found out before I came on that today is Eric Charles' birthday.
Oh.
Not here the year, so it's fair game now.
Could figure it out, but I'll keep it a secret.
Stretch and the 2-0 pitch. Mile high pop-up. Going back is Miller. He was going to give way to Seltzer, but Seltzer can't get it either. And the ball drops untouched.
One strike.
That was more foul than the one that was hit down the first baseline in the first inning.
What was that nickname for Dave Hemmerly? Dashing and debonair Dave?
Not anymore. He was looking for help. He really was.
Jackowitz gets that one over. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. And just to be clear, I didn't give him that nickname. Former desk writer at the Morning Call gave him that distinction. This is going to go across the out-of-bounds marker. So no play there for Jim Fisher. And the count stays 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I have heard David Hemmerly called many things, but never dashing and debonair.
Well, he didn't seem real appreciative of that description, too. When
Well, he didn't know what it meant.
Yeah, I had trouble spelling debonair. Dashing I got. But
I've seen it with an E in the end and without.
like potato. 2-2 pitch, misses inside. 3 balls and 2 strikes to DeLude. Dan Harasco waiting on deck. 3-2 pitch. Lined into center field. Kresge has a beat on it and makes the catch for the 2nd out of the inning. Blue Mountain League pitchers settling in here for the last inning and 2/3 after giving a run up in the first couple of innings. 1 in the 1st, 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 3rd, and 2 in the 4th. And then since, Perkiomen Valley has been held scoreless. Raska struck out his first time up back in the 4th inning.
Helped out by a great 4-6-3 double play that last inning.
Chopper up the middle. Fielded nicely there by Moyer. Throw over is in time to nail Haraska. And a 1-2-3 inning for the first time tonight. Perkiomen Valley is retired. 1-2-3. No runs, no hits, none left after 6 full. Perkiomen Valley still leads 5-4.
"24 years and going on 25. The torch is being passed at ABE Car Care Centers. From Cliff and Jim to Cliff Jr. Everything is still the same. Same quality workmanship. Same superior service. Car Care Plus. Available only at ABE Car Care Centers.
RVZ Rad Realtors. George Rad Broker is one of the most respected real estate companies in the Lehigh Valley. They have been providing personal and professional real estate services with honesty and integrity for over 45 years. Specializing in residential, commercial, and multi-unit investments, properties, you will find knowledge and sincerity in helping you with all of your real estate needs. Call Dave Rooney, Chris Rad, Greg Rad, or George Rad at 610-433-5551. Gary Lawak back on the microphone as we start the top half of the 7th inning.
Good ball game. A lot of good defense, Chris, particularly by Perkiomen Valley with those 3 double plays turned. Chris, here's a guy that's having a little bit of an identity problem in the Blue Mountain League. He's listed as Jason Moyer and Derek Moyer. He is Derek Moyer, but he'd rather have Jason Moyer's numbers because they have put him in the scorebook as Jason on a number of occasions. And Chris, he's got himself quite a batting average as Jason comes in. We'll get his numbers for you in a moment. 421 with 8 hits, a double, a triple, and a couple of runs scored and 3 RBIs.
DeAugustini starts his 2nd inning of work on the mound for Perkiomen. First pitch was swung on and missed. Second one misses low. 1 ball and 1 strike to Derek Moyer from the Clippers.
So far, Perkiomen Valley, Chris, has used everybody 2 innings except Wint. And Wint, I think right now, is the pitcher of record.
We're going to miss at a high fastball, 1-2.
He only went 1 inning, but it was in that inning when they took the lead.
I was curious to see who would get the short end of the pitching selection tonight, because with 5, they figured one had to only get an inning, and it turned out to be Ryan.
Although you would think they would keep that towards the end just in case.
Yep. The wind of the 2-2 pitch. Curveball over for a called 3rd strike. Moyer called out on strikes on his first plate appearance.
As you take a look at this, again, very impressive moundsman so far, as that is the 6th strikeout, I believe, by Upper Perk pitchers.
Chris Grinovitsky, his first plate appearance, as he steps in here with 1 out in the top of the 7th inning. And the first pitch misses low for ball 1.
He's a .271 hitter on the season. 13 hits, 4 doubles, a triple, 8 runs scored, and 11 RBIs.
Fastball's hit well to center field. DeLue going back. He's not going to have this one on the fly. It's going to roll and get near the fence. Rounding second is Grinovitsky on to third with a full head of steam, and he'll be stopped there.
Grinovitsky not only showed power, Chris, but he also showed some speed as he really hustled his way around the base paths. For a minute, it looked like maybe an inside the park home run, but he jumps all over this pitch. It was a little high, a little away, and he went with it. And not quite the deepest part of the ballpark, but pretty darn close. He was able to pull up, and you know you've hit the ball long when it's a stand-up triple.
There were some moans and groans from the crowd when he got the stop sign coming into the third base, but probably the right decision there is they got the ball back in quickly. Eric Kresge, his first plate appearance, steps in and takes 1 wide for a ball.
Kresge comes in with a hefty .353 average, 18 hits, a couple of doubles. He's got a home run on the season, 4 runs scored and 4 RBIs.
Swings and misses there. 1 ball and 1 strike to Kresge.
The last 2 years, Chris, the Blue Mountain League has won by scoring 5 runs. They're not going to win tonight if they score 5 runs.
But they're going to score their 5th run here. Solid RBI by Kresge to left scores Grinovitsky, and we are knotted at 5 here in the top of the 7th inning.
So the run comes in the person of Grinovitsky after he hits the triple. And then right behind him, a nice piece of hitting here. Turned on that ball, got it past the third baseman for an RBI base hit for Eric Kresge.
Jim Fisher from Easton steps to the plate, runner at first, and 1 down here in the 7th inning. Tie ball game, 5-5. The wind of the first pitch, swing and a miss. Good fastball again by DeAugustini.
As Chris mentioned, Jim Fisher's first plate appearance, .323 for the Easton baseball team. 10 hits, a couple of doubles, a triple, 3 runs scored, and 6 RBI.
Ball hit off the leg of DeAugustini, safe all around. Infield single for Fisher. And now they're going to check on their pitcher to make sure he's okay and can stay in the ball game.
That is the 4th hit issued by DeAugustini. And we'll take another look at it here, right off his hip. And no chance for anybody. Pitchers don't have too much time to react when you hit a shot up the middle. And let me correct myself, that's the 5th hit, as that's the 3rd in this inning.
3 straight hits allowed by DeAugustini. Appears to be okay. He'll stay in the ball game, and he'll face Omar Torres batting for the first time.
Talk about a guy, Chris, who's been hitting the ball. This guy has been absolutely on fire all year long. Omar Torres hitting .517, leads the league in hitting. 15 hits, a double, 3 home runs, 11 runs scored, and 13 RBIs.
1-0 pitch, swung on and hit right to the first baseman McCann, who steps on the bag and turns the double play to end the inning.
Man, it's a night of double plays as far as Perkiomen Valley is concerned. This is their 4th double play of the night. And I was so impressed with Torres. I don't know if we have a shot of him hitting the ball, but the ball was pitched high and outside. He just nonchalantly punches that ball. Normally would be in right field. Watch how nonchalantly he goes after it. Boop, just hit it there. Thought he had a double down the line. And instead, a nice play by Bill McCann. Another double play by Perkiomen Valley.
Blue Mountain, 1 run in the inning, 3 hits. They leave 1 on. And now they tie the ball game up as we head to the bottom half of the 7th inning. 5-5 the score. And Blue Mountain League will probably continue with going 1 pitcher an inning. And looks, we'll see who's going to take the ball now. Sam Landis from Vineland will be the new pitcher. Great crowd on hand at Lineport. We mentioned earlier, all the proceeds from tonight's ball game going to Autism Speaks for autism research. The Jackson's family was the honored guest, and Brandon Jackson's the sister of Jennifer Jackson's, former Northampton student athlete, throughout the first ball. Umpires donating their time tonight.
Pinecrest has been a real surprise in the league this year as they find themselves right now in a playoff situation. The Reds 10-4 on the season, and Landis has been one of the guys responsible. 15 1/3 innings. He's given up 8 runs, 15 hits. He's walked 5, struck out 14. 2-0 on the season with a, again, quotation mark 3.65 ERA. And there you get a look at Grumpy's. Boy, they hired the president of the league. Eric's either out there working, Chris, or he wants to be the first guy to eat.
I thought he was getting us food about 4 innings ago. He disappeared. Now we know where he went.
Well, I tried to tell him to hold off a little bit because until the game's over, we really can't munch. And then it kills us to sit here and smell Grumpy's barbecue and not be able to chow down. But I think you're going to bring down at least 1 morsel here for us to fight over.
Mike Acosta will lead things off here in the bottom of the 7th. One of the few players that have gone the entire distance so far. In fact, I believe he's the only one right now that has stayed in from the original lineup.
Calvacanti's still in there too, Chris. That's it.
Oh, the DH.
Yep.
First pitch is over for a strike. Acosta's had a pretty good ball game. 2 hits. And he has also walked. Has not scored a run tonight, but he does have a stolen base.
Yeah, the 2 guys that have been left in there are 3 for 4.
Nice swing at a curveball, but he pops it up. Moyer, the second baseman, calling for it and squeezes it. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And now Phil Cavalcante will bat. Phil from Lansdale, left-handed batter.
We mentioned earlier, this is a league that has 9 teams in it, but only 8 represented here. Is the Ambler Rebels, 2-14 in the year, currently in last place. Did not have anybody on the roster for the All-Star game.
Might have missed it earlier. What do you think of Trooper's nickname?
Well, we did talk about it. The trash men. You know, there are guys that like to get grungy and sweaty, and you know, they don't mind that kind of image. And I guess if it's that kind of ball game, and I assume they're being sponsored by trash guys, so why not?
1-1 pitch. Bobbled, recovering is Fisher, and he steps on the bag for out number 2. It certainly is unique.
Well, they are the Pirates of Plymouth, the Tigers of Lansdale, the Agents of Norristown. Those must be the money guys. As you get a look at some of the fireworks being set off here at the fair down the road. Black Sox of Collegeville, the Packers we mentioned, the Trashmen we mentioned, Harleysville Storm Hornets, and the Ambler Rebels.
Zach Hess steps in, struck out in the 5th inning. And Perkiomen Valley has not had a hit since one out back in the 5th inning. 6 batters have been retired in order. Ball hit well to center field. Kresge going back. Makes a great effort, and did it hang on? Yes.
Oh my goodness, what a spectacular grab by Eric Kresge. I was just about to say, Chris, how difficult it is to catch anything running uphill. And not only is he running uphill, but he has to dive for this ball. And somehow he makes a spectacular catch. Without question, the defensive play of the night. Oh my, what a play.
Perkiomen Valley retired once again. More fireworks defensively. No runs, no hits, none left on through 7 full innings. Perkiomen and Blue Mountain tied at 5, and Dick Tracy back on the headphones for more color commentary the rest of the way.
All right, Chris Michael, thank you very much for your usual great job. Chris knows exactly when to get off the air. Right when the Grumpy's delivery arrives, Chris grabs the fork, the plate. Chris, there's 19 forks there. You're supposed to share. As we get ready to move into the top of the 8th inning, and Dick gets to settle in, and we've got a couple of changes.
Boy, give me some time to recover from that catch. That was a great catch. In front of the hometown people, too, Gary.
Dick, we've got a new pitcher coming in. That has been the norm every couple of innings for Perkiomen Valley. It's going to be Vinny Keyser. He is out of the Norgwin Packers. Comes in with 8 innings pitched, 5 runs, 5 earned, 9 hits, 7 walks, 10 strikeouts, 0-1 on the year with a 4.37 ERA. So Vinny Keyser will get his first work. And Dick, everybody's the pitcher of record now with a 5-5 game.
My scorecard is so full, I had him in already, Gary. Vin Keyser.
Well, you're always thinking ahead. You're always making the moves.
Oh,
the Agostini's night is over. He goes 2 innings, gives up 1 run. It was earned. 5 base hits. He didn't walk anybody. He struck out 1. And I'll tell you, the pitching staff for Perkiomen Valley, they have been the recipient of some good defense behind them. 4 double plays tonight as we move to the top of the 8th, or make it the top of the 8th inning.
You can tell these guys aren't hired tonight just to play offense. You can see some great D. I like effective play around first too, Gary. You know, nonchalant, knock them down, make the play. That double play was nonchalant, unassisted.
Yeah, you don't. There you see the haze now over the stadium, and that's because of all the fireworks that just went off. By the way, we do want to remind you that it is coming up the 75th anniversary of Lineport Stadium. You can be a part of this historic event as you get a look at the promo. On July 19th, the rain date July 20th, cruise to the Field of Dreams at 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Classic cars and street rods. 10 to noon baseball clinic in the stadium for players 8 to 13. 75th anniversary opening ceremonies 4 to 5. Then a baseball game from 5 to 7:30. 8 to 10 Mango Men in concert. And at 10 o'clock, another big fireworks display. For all the event information, just go to lineportstadium.org. 75th anniversary. Congratulations to all the people at Lineport. You have always put on a great show. Here's Rick Seltzer. He's ahead in the count 2-0. Seltzer 1 for 1 on the night. He got a base hit to right in his first appearance. Swings and misses. Dick, when he swings, you kind of feel it.
At Parkland alum, in his only appearance tonight, really stroked one hard to right center.
Foul back, count evened up at 2-2. 1 run in the first, 3 in the second, and a tying run in the 7th. That's what the Blue Mountain All-Stars have done tonight. For Perkiomen Valley, 1 run in the first, a run in the second, a run in the third, a 2-run home run by Ian Hawes in the 4th inning. For their 5 runs, we're knotted up at 5-5. That's they're going to call strike 3. That one did not look like a strike, Dick.
I thought high, so did Seltzer.
Well, he's a tall guy. Let's see where it crosses his body. You know, I'm more inclined to agree with umpire Varju.
This guy can put it out, Gary. This year he's struggling.
Here's Dave Stout. He hit the ball hard into a double play. He'll pop this one up. A long run for Harachka, and he makes the catch. So 2 pitches there for the 2 outs.
Next hitter, catcher, Doug.
There's a 1 week early stuff.
Chris, Dick, we didn't talk to anybody about extra innings. I don't know what their plan is, whether they would go extra. All I know, Dick, is Chris Michael's sitting behind us eating
enjoying
all of our
himself,
food.
yeah.
He's just having himself a banquet back there. So you and I will eat after the game.
Malich got a nice round of applause for that catch he made in center. And of course the hometown boy helps.
Dick Malich is catching. Malich not out in center. That was Eric Kresge.
That was Kresge. You're right. I got the
Malich right now is 1 for 1. As he got a single in the 6th. Up high for a ball. The count now 2-0. Eric Kresge made that amazing catch in center field.
That's right, the Northampton rep.
Fouled back, and that's the kind that scare us a little bit. Off a left-hander's bat and rolled right down below our feet. Swing and a miss. And the count evened up at 2-2.
Took an awful lot off that one, Gary.
That's a big breaking ball there. 2 down, top of the 8th. Nobody on. Did he get hit? Bobby Varju said he did indeed. Got hit in the shoe. So he is our first hit by a pitch player tonight.
Handled the first 2 batters very easily. Has the count in his favor and lose them on an H by P. Waste pitch? Guess not.
So here is a guy that has a misnomer as a nickname. Why they call him Chubby, I don't know. Ryan must have been a chubby kid, I guess. Oh, no. He gets hit right, either right in the shoulder first or hit him in the head. And now Bobby's going to go out and talk to the pitcher a little bit. This one, ouch, that hit him in the shoulder, but it was up near his head. See it even better here. Oof, right in the middle of the back.
Boy, 2 very easy outs in the first 2 batters. Called 3rd strike and a lazy pop to right. Now 2 consecutive hit batters.
And that doesn't normally sit too well with the opponent. So we'll get a courtesy runner out there for Malich. Malich the catcher. And they will send C.J. Saveri of Minecrest out. As the fireworks are really booming now. As you get, that's a great look from our center field camera. Nice job by Bob Geary, Chris Popik directing, giving you the shots. Back to the ball game. This is Derek Moyer stepping in. Derek struck out. That's going to get away. Moving to 3rd base will be Safari. Down to 2nd base is Fisher. So Dick, 2 big runs sitting out there right now with 2 outs.
Boy, it all started so quietly.
And let me correct myself. Malich who was run for by Severi, moves to third, and Miller moves to second on the wild pitch. And again, the results of the fireworks. 1-0 here to Moyer. Make it 1-1. Sant, the only Blue Mountain League player with 2 hits tonight. He went 2 for 3 with a couple of RBIs and a run scored. And there's strike 2. So Keyser now ahead in the count, 1-2. And boy, it's really smoky now on the field. Curveball, foul. Bobby Varju all over that one. Screaming foul ball, hit him in the box.
Ahead in the count. Let's see what he does. Force at any base on the 2-down situation. Got him to beat that one in the dirt.
Twilight League trying to win their first ball game in the third attempt. Inside with the curveball, 2-2. Blue Mountain League won the first year by a 5-4 score, I believe it was, or no, 5-3, and last year 5-4. Tonight it's 5-5. And there's a base hit that could drive in too. Coming around, we'll have a play at the plate. Getting home and running over the catcher. That is a 2-run, 2 RBI base hit for Derek Moyer to put the Blue Mountain League up by a 7-5 score.
Boy, this inning, Gary, so much accomplished with 2 strikes. Oh, that was his pitch. He waited on it nicely. Going to put it right in the hole. They don't take this seriously, huh? Watch this. Coolidge.
Severi scores. Miller scores. 2 RBIs for Moyer. 2 runs in, and Dick paid the price for hitting 2 batters with 2 outs.
Yes, he did. Got the first 2 easily.
So here's Grinovitsky, who steps in. He boomed a triple in the 7th. Strike 1. Well, the Blue Mountain League tie the game up in the 7th, now take the lead back in the 8th. Swing and a miss, strike 2, 0-2. Boy, all you have to do very often is look at walks and look at mistakes by the pitcher. Hit by a pitch, 2 guys in a row, leads to 2 runs. That's a tough play. That'll be a base hit past Zach Hess. And that'll put runners on first and second. All of this damage with 2 outs. There were 2 outs and nobody on. And Dick Grinovitsky now 2 for 2. This spot in the batting order, Dick, 4 for 5.
Right down the line. Partial glove, deflection. Boy, an awful lot with 2 out.
So the leadoff spot, 4 for 5 tonight with 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored.
Yeah, they're only out as a fly ball to right field, Gary, and that was over his shoulder.
Down to second base goes Moyer. Ball 1 to Kresge. And boy, Kresge made that spectacular catch, even if there was no one on at the time. That's inside, ball 2. 2-0. That's hit hard. That's in the hole. Coming around to score is Derek Moyer. No, he will not. That's a nice throw at home. And they cut down Moyer. But not before damage by the Blue Mountain League. 2 runs on 3 hits. No errors. And Dick, they leave a couple on. Take a look at it.
After that start at 2, look at this. Again, but watch this coming through. Right on a line. Dead at the plate.
Mike Acosta, we saw his arm when he was in right field earlier, and now shows that same arm as he erases Derek Moyer as the 3rd out. And we move to the bottom of the 8th inning with the Blue Mountain team up now by a 7-5 score. 7 runs on 14 hits. They committed 1 error. Perkiomen Valley 5 runs on 8 hits, and they've committed 2 errors. Perkiomen has left 6 runners on base. And the Blue Mountain League, they have left 7 runners on base.
Boy, 2 hit by pitch, Gary. So important.
And Dick, the old veterans out there now. Jason Sigley pitches for the Cardinals, comes in 19 2/3 innings, 18 runs, 24 hits, 19 walks, 17 strikeouts, 0-2 in the year. It just hasn't been a Jason Sigley year, as he's got a ERA right now of 6.40. But Jason Sigley now comes in to pitch for the Blue Mountain League. So Dick, Sam Landis right now has an opportunity to win the ball game, and why not? He had 3 up and 3 down.
Give him a good inning.
Pitched 1, no runs, nothing, all zeros. And then certainly the recipient of that good defensive play by Kresge. So now it's the Perkiomen Valley squad down to 6 outs, trailing by 2. It'll be Miller, Fink, and McCann. Andrew Miller walked in the 5th. He got as far as third base before another good double play, this one by Blue Mountain. Took care of business and ended the inning.
Boy, you know, that's what makes it such a great game, Gary. That, you know, such a shocking after the start. You get the K, you get an easy fly ball from a very dangerous hitter, and then you bop 2 on the body.
Upstairs, 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Pitch like a starter now, throw strikes, protect that lead.
That's low, 2-2 count. We'll be back on the air with Blue Mountain League Baseball a week from next Tuesday, as we'll take a Tuesday off as we bring you the Blue Mountain League Game of the Week almost every Tuesday. So 4th of July week, we'll take a rest. Tried to get a timeout.
Yeah, didn't give it to him.
Didn't get it. And that didn't sit real well with Andrew Miller.
He thought he quick pitched him after the foul ball.
Well, Sigley, Dick, is always ready. He doesn't waste a lot of time. Chopper down is short, deep, tough play here for Grinovitsky. And he cannot make it. That'll be a dead ball. It'll be a base hit and an error. And down the second base goes Miller. Take a look.
Deep in the hole. You get the good glove, Gary. Try to put a little bit of extra something on it. Couldn't come up with the bad hop. Not the bad hop, the poor throw in the hop.
So a hit and an error. So leadoff base runner. Ball 1 to John Fink. Fink got a base hit, an infield hit in the 5th. So he is 1 for 1. That one's going to be a wild pitch that will move the runner to third base.
Yeah,
Dick, that base hit stopped a streak of 7 consecutive batters retired by the Blue Mountain League pitchers.
That's something tonight.
And Dick, the one who started that streak, that was a double play, so I guess you could say 8 players retired. Count 2-0 now to Fink.
Already looking to have that 2-run lead they picked up. They got it.
That's going to be an RBI base hit for Fink. He hits a shot right up the middle. So Sigley comes in and immediately gives up 2 base hits.
But look at it there, right up the gut.
scoring Miller with the 6th run of the night. For Perkiomen Valley, they're now down by 1. Swing and a miss by McCann, strike 1.
Still 0 out.
That'll stay in the park. It should be playable for Fisher. He will put it away. So a foul pop for the first out of the inning.
Not looking for a bunt, hit, run, or anything else. Played it straight with the batter, given the opportunity with the lumber, and he fouls out to first.
Here's Jason Connor. He's 0 for 1. Struck out in the 6th. There goes the runner. Fouled off. Runner had a good jump.
Very good jump. Very good jump.
Fink had second base stolen.
Beat the ball. Beat the ball. Next ticket, number 848, 718, 2 tickets to the Iron
Home run out of this 9 spot tonight.
Russo and Russo. 848, 718.
That's hit hard, but right at second base. Hey, Dick, how about another double play?
Why not? Seen them all night.
Yeah, we have indeed another run on the board with 2 hits. There was an error in the inning, and it ends up with nobody left on base. When we come back, it's the top of the 9th. Blue Mountain with the slimmest of leads. They're up 7-6.
You're connected to something more.
Hi, I'm Chris Michael, and I'm connecting you to more local people, places, and events. Wednesday evenings at 7:30 and Sunday afternoons at 5:30 on Connections.
Hello, I'm Peter Aquino, CEO and President of RCN. I want to thank you for choosing RCN as your provider for cable, phone, and internet service.
This is RCN TV, serving the greater Lehigh Valley and Delaware Valley areas.
We are back. We welcome you back. A very competitive baseball game tonight, as expected. And right now we have a 7-6 lead by Blue Mountain League over the Perkiomen Valley Twilight League. As the All-Star game helping to fight autism. As Autism Speaks is the theme. And certainly a nice crowd on hand. A lot of raffle tickets sold. And they've seen a good baseball game. Vinny Keyser stays out on the mound. And he will look at Jim Fisher, Omar Torres, and Rick Seltzer here in the top of the 9th inning. Fisher with a base hit in the 7th. So he is 1 for 1. He was left stranded at second base.
Blue Mountain looking to pad it. And of course, Perkiomen will shut him down, then make the rally in the bottom half.
And I should correct myself. He was part of a double play. As Fisher looks at ball 1. And make it ball 2. Blue Mountain League would love to get an insurance run here. And Perkiomen Valley would love to shut him down and have a chance to win the ball game in the bottom of the 9th inning. That's going to be a hit by pitch. I think that's the 3rd batter that Vinny Keyser has hit.
Yeah, we see him all night, Gary, with all kinds of pitching changes, and here through, he looks like he's, well, bonus.
He hit 2 in the last inning, and both those guys scored. As we look at the list of pitchers, Dick, they have used everybody with the exception of Mike Acosta, who's sitting out in left field. He's played the whole game in the field, and he's really was not listed as one of their pitchers. Making a trip to the mound as you get a look at the hit by a pitch. Yeah, it just nicked him in the shoulder. Christian Militello made a trip out to the mound to talk to his pitcher. Omar hit a line drive into a double play. He can do everything, Torres, and they're going to play Dick for that 1 run. Sacrifice bunt. And it goes 2-3 for out number 1.
Adding to that insurance, big part of their game plan at this point, and it's a good one by Torres. Going to make the catcher field it down the line. Good sacrifice.
And nice of Omar to give himself up.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, he's a great hitter. Seltzer struck out looking in the 8th. He's 1 for 2. He got a base hit to right field in the 6th inning. Strike 1 to Rick Seltzer.
Tell you, based on experience, this is who they went up there to pad their lead, Seltzer and Dave Stout.
1-1.
Another $25 certificate from the Frank and Dr. Beer Depot.
A broken bat and a nice catch. On a line drive, ball never hit the ground, fielded by Zach Hess. Second out. Boy, this one destroyed this bat.
Yeah, bid for a hit here. Takes the outside pitch down that line. Not really hit solidly, Gary. A little bit of flair to it and picked off easily.
It's hard to hit it solidly with half a bat. Here's Dave Stout who steps in. Stout, he's 0 for 2 as he hit into a double play and flied out to right. Ball 1. Make it 2-0. Dick, you never have a score sheet like you have in an all-star game.
That's something.
That's a strike. 2-1.
Call him the 2-0. They're going to go 3-0. Give him a green light.
Here's a guy capable of putting the ball out of Lineport Stadium. He won't get all of this one, however, and Mike Acosta will put it away as he calls off his shortstop. And they don't get that insurance run that they were hoping to get. So no runs in the inning, no hits, no errors. 1 runner left on base on a hit batsman. So at the end of 8.5, it is 7-6. And we'll look to move to the bottom of the 9th inning. And if you're looking ahead, it will be the top of the order. Tony DeLude, Stan Harashka, and then Mike Acosta. As they will get a look at pitcher Sigley, who stays in the game. So Jason trying to get the save here.
Well, they figure the experience is there, Gary, a veteran.
The pitcher of record for Perkiomen Valley, Vinny Keyser, stands to lose the game. He cannot win it unless he stays in the ball game should they tie it up. And again, we're not really sure what they would do if the game ends in a tie.
Curfew for the young folk.
Well, Dick would have to go.
That's right.
He's already past his bedtime. Sigley gave up 1 run last inning on a couple of base hits.
By Fink. First 2 guys got on, Gary, and then it was 1, 2, 3, including a fine double play.
So Tony DeLude will step up. DeLude lined to center field in the 6th, and he grounded back to the pitcher in the 4th. So he is 0 for 2. Tony plays for Norguen. And the first pitch. Hit hard, but foul on a line shot. Strike 1.
DeLude, a .381 season hitter.
That's a shot that could tie this game up, and it's going to be just foul. That ball got up and just went foul as Tony DeLude tries to tie it up.
Gary, they hear you about this tie stuff.
must foul. Otherwise, we've got a 7-7 ball game. Foul tip, and the count stays 0-2. Oh, so close to a 7-7 ball game, and we have just been informed that they would go extra innings should the game end tied at the end of 9, and it was close to being tied. Here's the 1-2. That one's popped up. Should be playable. Eric Kresge with a long run, and Kresge will put it away for out number 1. So a big sigh of relief as Delude sits down.
And Kresge called that one off the bat. After that one he made going the other way in center field, I can catch anything.
So here's Stan Hrachka. He's 0 for 2 in the night, struck out in the 4th and grounded to 2nd in the 6th. Strike 1 to Hrachka. Plays for the Black Sox of Collegeville. Swing and a miss.
I'll tell you, credit Sigley for going at him this inning, Gary. He's staying ahead.
We will have an MVP pitcher and an MVP position player. Down to shortstop, Grinovitsky fires, and unable to pick it up is Landis. So the tying run is on the error on the shortstop. And Hrachka will be the tying run. Take a look.
Boy, great job by Sigley. Goes 0-2, puts one in the zone. Sort of comes back a little bit on that last hop.
When does that mean President's Day? Frankie, quick.
So the error gives Perkiomen Valley some life as Mike Acosta steps in. He has been playing all night long. He is 2 for 3 with a walk. Last time up was the only time they retired him on a pop fly to the second baseman.
I bet he doesn't want to, he never wants to play. Hasn't about a game since 3rd grade.
Look at his uniform. He's got a lot of Lineport Stadium on his jersey and pants. The 1-1. He's on top of every pitch. And the count goes 1-2.
He and teammate on deck, only players to participate in the entire game.
Phil Cavalcante of Lansdale is the on-deck batter, cleanup hitter. Just outside, 2-2.
Good eye, good eye. Took a tough pitch.
That ball punched in the center. That's going to get down in front of Kresge. And now runners on 1st and 2nd with 1 out. As a nice night for Acosta, 3 for 4 on the night. Dick, he hits everything hard.
Absolutely. Right on it, Gary. Another rope.
Hrachka down to second base represents the tying run. And here is Phil Cavalcante. Low, ball 1. Nobody warming up for the Blue Mountain League.
Yeah, you know, with the all-star rosters, guy, they got to play that cozy, and you wonder if it would go extra innings.
Wow, he blew that one by Cavalcante. Just waved at that fastball. That had some juice on it. 7-6 is the score. 1 down, bottom of the 9th. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Zach Hess on deck.
See a little magic with the ball on that pitch.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Foul back, and it stays 1-2.
Tell you, number of double plays we've seen. Opportunity still exists for another one.
Two. Ball game about 2 hours and 45 minutes old. Typical major league game anymore. It goes about 3 hours unless you get a well-pitched game. So right within that time frame. Hit hard, but it looks like it's right at Torres. Omar makes the catch.
Look at this.
And he'll double up. Oh, bad base running by Mike Acosta, and Dick, isn't it fitting to end the game with a double play?
What I just said. Set for one more.
Unbelievable. We've had, I think, 8 double plays tonight. This one, the strangest of all, to end the game on some bad base running by Mike Acosta as he gets doubled off of first base. So no runs on 1 hit. There was 1 error and 1 runner left on base. The Blue Mountain League will win their 3rd All-Star game in a row. Dick 5-3, 5-4, and this one 7-6. 7 runs on 14 hits, 3 errors. PV was 6 runs on 11 hits and a couple of errors, and they had the tying run at second base with 1 out when this one came to a close. Winning pitcher is Sam Landis, and the losing pitcher tonight is Vinny Keyser, and there were 7 double plays in the ball game.
You talked earlier in the game, Gary, about Torres and his ability to, to play heady baseball. That player was right in front of him, and he saw, wow, that lead, I can't believe it.
Dick, we've got 2 MVPs tonight. Pitching, it will be for Perkiomen Valley, as it will be Ian Hawes who will get the award. Ian Hawes, and I'm sorry, not a pitcher, but Ian Hawes, who had himself a good night tonight. Ian Hawes, who hit that 2-run home run. As Hawes was 1 for 2, 2 RBIs and a run scored. For the Blue Mountain League, it is Eric Kresge. He did it with his glove tonight, and he did it with his bat, as Eric Kresge was 2 for 2, and he had a, 1 for 2 with 2 for 2 with an RBI, a couple of RBIs. So Eric Kresge is the Blue Mountain League MVP. Well, just a good night of baseball, Richard.
Yes, yes.
It was what you wanted it to be, a good all-star game. And we saw some good defense. We saw some offense.
Long balls.
And good
double plays, good play. Great heads-up play to end the game, too. I mean, he knew he had him.
And we were happy to be a part of this game tonight. A night to remember is what it's all about here at Lineport Stadium. All of it supporting autism research, as dedicated to the late Jen Jacksons. We hope you enjoyed the ball game as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. A week from Tuesday, we'll be back with Blue Mountain League Baseball, as the triumvirate of Chris Michael, Dick Tracy, and myself will be back to bring you that ball game Tuesday night at 9:30, 1 week from this Tuesday night. Chris Popick has been our director. Our thanks to the RCN television team, and special thanks to all of you for spending time with us. So that's it from Lineport Stadium. The final score, Blue Mountain 7, Perkiomen Valley 6. For all of us, the fireworks are over. I'm Gary Laubach. Good night, everybody.